You know, Sonny Monroe, he had a radio show out.
Yeah.
And it was on Blog Talk Radio. And I was struggling, but you was one of the ones that said, Wiley, do this. You have seen it before YouTube took off, because back in the day, there was nothing but Blog Talk Radio. And the girls, everybody was on Blog Talk Radio, spilling their business. The fights, any fights that would happen, they would talk about it on Sonny's show. And then I just started being messy. I started interviewing people. I started going to your parties. I started getting into it with Contrail. And I would get into it with anybody with a name to get a name. And I did exactly that. And you know, you were right there. And I would interview you in your home. Yes. I interviewed you in your home. And we had a, and then of course I had a relationship, a sexual relationship with Christian Elijah's father.
Yeah, what?
It was a sexual relationship.
Oh my
and it was a secret.
You said I did?
I did. He told me don't put my juices on him or whatever that case with me. He was a plus size man.
Give me your number because I'm on the phone with Apple because my charge to keep fucking up. We're gonna talk about this because we gotta do when you want me to do the radio show?
Anytime you can do it.
Give me your number right now.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Okay, bye. Oh my God, I'm telling y'all my business. This is supposed to be for station here, y'all. I put that man business. I shouldn't have did that. I should have did it, but when I get on the phone with Shasha, it's something, okay? And when I get on the phone with her, it's really Shasha. But anyway, I was having her on my show because she just happened to just call me on my Facebook page. And like sometimes you need to talk to people that knew you before everybody else knew you. And so apparently, like, this is a trans woman, right? We've been knowing each other for, man, I've been knowing Shasha since I was, 18, 19 years old. I'm 33 years old now. So I was coming up, and I just so happened to find this quote-unquote gay scene or whatever. And I saw Shasha there. And she would have these parties, and they would be crammed up. And people would have these type of parties, and it was a party, and people were able to drink, whatever, the smoke, they did whatever they did. And I never could fit in with none of these people. None of these families couldn't fit in with nobody. Nobody would accept me. So I started my own show. I will never forget. I'm going to get to the main event, okay? I started my own show, and I started it back in 2011. Before I said the Wiley Show, I said, okay, I'm going to call this show the Chicago Scoop. So I said, I'm going to call this the Chicago Scoop. And I had Kevin the Snob. I said, okay, I want you to come be my co-host. You're known in the gay scene, so I need to use your clout to give me a name. But somehow Wiley just stuck. And so we would start interviewing celebrities or whatever. But the gay community, they said, no, I ain't here for this boring, this drive. I want the mess. I want the gossip on mess. And I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to interview celebrities. We interviewed celebrities. We was doing, you know what I'm saying? But the gay community, we just could not tap into that demographic. So I said, okay, this is not working. And then Kevin said he couldn't do the show no more. So I said, okay, it's just Wiley. So then I just start any gossip that I would hear, I would bring it to the radio. So yeah, you know, Brian got screwed by a man and he defecated all up on him. So he was at a shot party. And it came back to me that he did this. And then, you know, and then if the boyfriend come in the chat and be like, you lying, Wiley, blah, 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 but ain't you supposed to be the boyfriend? But he screwed this other guy. And I would call them on the air. We would have these debates and they would threaten me. And I didn't care about the threats. What I wanted a show. I don't wanted a name for myself. And I did exactly that. And people start respecting me because I went after the top popular dudes. It was this one particular character in the gay community in Chicago, right? Her name they called her Halle Berry because she wear makeup. So I started dragging her. I said, let me drag this heifer. So I started dragging her since she got all this makeup. I started dragging her for filth. I started dragging the different families. And then people start to listen to my show because they know, okay, Wiley's about to drag some people. And I started accumulating the viewership. The viewership started coming. And then a couple of years involved in my show, Jonathan called me. I want y'all to come on in while I give y'all my personal story before we get into mess. Jonathan called. He said, Wiley, I got this story. I said, okay. It's a gay man that sells makeup, and her children is saying that she screwed her children. Now, mind you, they screwed her children, right? And I said, oh, this sounds weird. I think you should do this story. So I reached out to Mother Milan. I said, okay, girl. Hey, Mother Milan. I'm hearing these allegations about you. You're getting dragged by King of Reeds. Can you come on the show? And she said, yes, Wiley. I'm going to come on the show. I'm dating. I got a date, but I'm going to just come on your show. Obviously, I think she underestimated me because I didn't have a name like that. I didn't have an audience like that. So she come on the show and all hell broke loose. They started posting allegations that she R-word her underage boys. We started doing the investigation. We had the underage boy's mama on the air, and we just blew up overnight, and we just got this fan base. And I said, oh my gosh. And the help of King of Reeds, he helped us as well because he called into the show. This guy is huge on YouTube, right? He came on the show before Kevin and Mikhail because they didn't see it from either. But he was an outsider too because they kicked him out of the kingdom. They kicked him out of the popular kids. So he called into the Wiley show. And it was a great show, man. It was a good show. And I'm saying this story, I'm like, man, I really got to understand, like, people don't know my roots, like, from Chicago and the different houses that we were in. And these were low down, dirty houses that we would have these parties at. Sometimes these houses wasn't even nobody apartment. These was like apartments that were for rent, but they would break the lock and they would go in there. We would have a party in there, and then the lights and stuff was on. So I remember all of this stuff. I remember we had this guy, he had owned a club or a building. Either he said he owned it or not. It was like a garage almost, like a warehouse, mini warehouse. And we went there and we have a good time. So I just remember those moments of my career. And I said, oh my gosh, I remember that. And I just remember the people when they were saying, oh, Wiley is boring. Don't nobody care nothing about Wiley. And we did those shows, and Shasha was so committed. And I remember when I was homeless and I didn't have nowhere to go, and Shasha offered and said, hey, you can come live with me, because she lived right around the corner from my grandma. My grandma stayed on 65th. She stayed on Bishop. And she said, you can come stay with me. And I said, no, this is too much of a distraction. If I stay there, I'm not going to last long because it was too much. I needed I needed to leave. Like, I said, no, that's not. And there was another trans woman, may she rest in peace, Jasmine. She said, okay, well, you come live with me. And I said, it's too wild. It's the crowd that y'all have. I don't think I will be able to focus, and I will not be still here alive because I'll be treacherous in the streets. Because most of the people that stayed there, they were all escorts. They was all in the streets heavy. And I said, not for me. And then I get a phone call. Then that's what Jonathan calls me. First of all, I was on another trans woman house that she wanted to sleep with me. Didn't want to sleep with her because I wasn't attracted to her, but I could tell she was attracted to me. I said, but this not going to work. And then Jonathan called me, and the rest is history. But I would never forget that moment from my Chicago years, that moment of that show. And I have to thank Shasha. I have to thank her, because she was one of the ones that used her clout to allow me to interview her. She would talk about my eye. We would roast each other. We had this great chemistry. Our birthdays were around the same time, and we would go back and forth on the air. And I'm going to say this story. When I would hear something juicy and messy, so Shasha and this other girl, her name is Megan, right? They both was in the scene. Now, Megan was coming up. She was a teenager when Megan met me. She had a huge crush. Didn't like her. She was overweight. She was a boy, but you could tell that she's eventually going to transition. I think she was about 16, 17 years old. One attract, she just loved me, so I was one attracted to her. Right? Dusty looking, right? Now she looked like a bad, she looked good now. And so Shasha and this Megan girl, they had a show. They did a party. So Shasha took all the money and all the door money. Megan didn't get a dime. And I was like, why did you steal that girl money? And we went on the show, and Shasha had to say what she had to say about me. And I said, I'm going to use this storyline. I drug on my radio show. Now, mind you, Blog Talk Radio is when you get your cordless phone or your cell phone, or whatever, and you doing it's like a massive party line. This is before live streaming, and it's in live timing. So most people would listen to it on their phone versus listen to it on their computer. So I was saying, why did you steal that girl money? And we were just on there just talking, and we would do these shows. And I just started accumulating the name. And then it was like, Wiley, I can't stand you, Wiley. You messy. You better not bring your cock eyes up. They leaked my address. We coming in on that third floor. We going to beat you up and all that stuff. I never went out because I said, hey, if I go out, they going to whoop my tail. And I wanted it. I said to my people, I said, my co-hosts, they started working with it. They said, Wiley, you got the streets hot. I said, that's what I want. I am a heel. They didn't understand that. If I didn't come out and people didn't want to whoop me or be aggressive, they just wanted to whoop my tail. And I didn't care. I was scared. My heart just boo-boo-bee. But I like being a heel. I like talking about people. And then it all shifted because somebody died. And then I started being a baby face. So somebody died. He committed suicide. He just went on, got in that water. He died. But before he died, I led the whole Let's Find Jack Jack. So we reached out to WGCI, we reached out to 1390. We just sending out all these tweets, right? So then I said, okay, well, what's Jack Jack have gone? And they said, well, Jack Jack caught the 3 letters. He caught the H and the V. I said, oh, he caught it from J-Mo? Roman? They said, yeah, Wiley, but I can't say it. After that, I'm going to say it. I don't understand this young boy, and I'm crying, tears going out. I'm spilling this man business. And then a producer of a show, I think it was First 48, it was some type of crime show. So they interviewed I'm sorry, not Jack, because Jack, that's gone. They interviewed J-Mo, all these gays, and they didn't understand. They knew something was going on. They said, who is all these people? Because they didn't know what this is. They didn't know about gay families. This was all underground. But the gay audience like myself, we know exactly who these people were. So I went on my show and I drew J-Mo, I drew the Romans, I drew Sonny Fat Behind, I drew them all. I said, how can y'all let this man just leave out? Y'all didn't stop him. Y'all was screwing each other, spreading around the STDs like a piece of candy. I was just going in. And did I get the threats? Oh, baby, the threat level was high. It was heating up. And but it was entertaining for me because people started respecting my name. And then that's when I started joining other families for like a covering. I started being a Rajay. I started, sleeping around, started using the ping, started creating these allies because I knew I needed an ally. And I said, I buttered up with Shasha. I started building up with my gay father. May he rest in peace. And that's how I met the Freaky Boys. In music, I used that as a shield of interviewing. Then their manager, he said, I'll let you become my gay father. And so he was like, let Wiley be Wiley. Y'all leave Wiley alone. He's trying to get a name from him. So he going to be all right. And so I used that as a covering. And so I just remember how ruthless this mouth was. It was very ruthless. I didn't care nothing about it. What I cared about, I just wanted to do this show thing. And I didn't know anything about Wendy Williams. I didn't know anything about none of that. I just was just being me. And so when getting this woman on Shasha, that's one person that's still alive that saw the rise of the Wiley show. And she called it, she said, Wiley, all them people that talk dirt about you, some is dead and some ain't doing nothing, and you still thriving and still doing your show. All these people said you was garbage, wanted to beat you up. They ain't doing nothing. Now they talk about you, says, see, I always knew Wiley was going to do something special, but these same clowns dragged me, had me crying, said, don't nobody tune into that boring. They dragged me for filth. But I stayed at it. And now I can go back and interview the Megans. I can interview the Shots. I can interview the Contrails when he was Miss Rahi. I met what's the other dude name? The one in the ballroom saying he interviewed the people in the ballroom saying, damn it. What was the dude name? He interviewed people in the ballroom saying, and people say, you should be like Vicky Gotti. And that's what I met Vicky Gotti because I studied Vicky Gotti's swag. and he was attractive, but they wanted to beat him up because he was messy in the ballroom scene. I said, well, I need to do what Vicky Gotti, what he's doing in the ballroom scene, and let me be the Vicky Gotti in the family scene. So we started doing it in the family scene, and we did it so well. It was amazing. I created my own gay family, and I think we call our gay family the Prescott family, whatever. I just thought of an answer. We're gonna name it the Prescott family. And then all of my family members, they left to the Monroe family, and I said family and stuff is done. But I still kept the Wiley show. I still kept Wiley. I still kept that. I'm gonna bring I could just remember me bringing a camera into those parties, and some of those pictures I still have of those young kids. Like, we were all like teenage. We were kids drinking, smoking, doing adult things. You know what I'm saying? But me, I wasn't caught up in the drinking and smoking. I just wanted to just tape this stuff because I knew that this is my gift. This is my story. This is my legacy. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to entertain people. And so that's like, a lot of times people don't focus like on my Chicago life, but I really did a lot in Chicago. And I know a lot of people, like the older guy, like these young kids, probably don't know them like that because they're mostly like in the ballroom scene. But it was so underground. We were just really talking about it. But I'm so glad that I had talked to Shashat. Happy birthday, you sus. And happy birthday to you. You keep on living. You got your apartment all remodeled over there on Bishop. I ain't going to Bishop. I ain't going to your party because, number one, it's evil over there, and it's hard to get a lift in an Uber on Bishop in Inglewood, and then try to get picked up in the middle of the night. They ain't gonna try to go pick you up. No Uber Lyft ain't gonna try to pick you up on Bishop. So I ain't dealing with that at all. But anyway, I just want to say happy birthday to you. Now we're gonna get into these topics. I just had to open up with that. They said Wiley Williams in the building. That's what y'all said. Y'all are something else. So apparently we was talking about Bishop. We were talking about Bishop Pearson and Larry Reed. So apparently my phone has been blowing up with people in Bishop, like people that are fans of Bishop and can't stand Larry. So this one particular older woman called my phone, and we shared it and we streamed it on Station Head. And she was talking about how she was literally talking about how Larry Reed can be trusted and how she's sick of him talking about men, breadbasket. And she said about why he got Prophet Messiah or Manassas, whatever, the prophet, the one with the good body. Why he in there? I said, because he going to oil him up and sop him up like a biscuit. And so we just having this conversation. She was like, well, Wiley, I started watching your show. It's so good because you was really telling the truth. I said, yeah, anytime that you talk about Larry Reed, Bishop Pierce, anything in the church sector, the church people going to watch. So we get done with the show, and they start going on attack against Levantre. Now, Levantre was violated by Larry Reed. He violated this man, and now he telling people that Levantre is screwing, got a side chick out of the relationship. Now, mind you, let me tell you how sick Larry is. This man already sued Levantre, got a default judgment. Default meaning Levantre didn't respond, so he got a default judgment of $1,000. So now he trying to embarrass Levantre because Levantre trying to call the Wiley show. We trying to plan to do or whatever. So obviously he got back to Larry Reed because my plan will work. And this was my plan. I don't care if y'all got on the three-way and recorded me. I don't care. I'm going to share with everybody because I already shared it before. My whole plan was we do a press conference outside. We get one of them preachers that can't stand Larry Reed, endorse this, and we go on the attack. That's the strategy. Go to where it first began. Go in front of the police station, create chaos. Let me lead it with my voice and with the pastor, co-sign this. That's how you take down Larry Reed. So once Larry got word of what we trying to do, because it was another pastor on the line, ain't gonna put his business out there. Larry told his people, oh, let's expose Levantre being a cheater. And I said this with all due respect. At least that man ain't sleeping with no teenager like Larry slept with Levantre. I said that on the line. I said, because if we want to get technical, Larry Reed is one of the reasons why Levantre is out here the way he is, because he was introduced into getting in at a young age. And he was a teenager, he was a young boy, and he was introduced into the massive peen of Larry Reed. And they kept saying to me on the conference, well, why do you got to say allegedly? Allegedly nothing. I personally believe that Larry Reed did it. And if he want to go and sue, go out and sue, but I ain't going out without a fight. Tasha K laid out the blueprint. Bishop Whitehead laid out the blueprint. And I'm not stupid. I'm not going out without no fight. You can't sue me secretly and think I'm going to shut up. No, I'm going to be loud. And so I ain't going with that. And you can say that Levontre cheated on his wife and cheated on. So they got some woman they paid for. Oh, Levontre slept with me. If you ain't got no tea that Levontre sleep with an underage person, that ain't no story. Because my thing is, Levontre was violated by Larry Reed. He was violated by Larry Reed. And I already got King Jives on there. So I'm on the phone with King Jives. I think you need to delete that recording of me because I didn't know I was being recorded. I said, King, with all due respect, you said what you said. I ain't deleting nothing. And I believe what you said is true, that Larry Reed violated your godbrother, and you said it was weird. So if you do got him on a three-way, you sick and Larry Reed is sick, and you more sick than Larry because you let your godbrother get violated and you been silent, so you an accessory to the crime. I don't play with that on the phone because when I get on the phone with these people, anybody that know when I get on the phone with you, I know I'm being recorded. I know I'm on the three-way, so I go heavy on these people. I said, I know I'm probably recorded, and I said, I believe he did it. And if I'm wrong, go file the lawsuit. But when you file it, just get ready for a fight. You got to get ready for a fight because I ain't going out without a fight. You will give Wiley what he really want, and we want a battle, and it will be a battle among all battles. And it won't be no, oh, Wiley didn't respond. We got a default judgment. I'm going to respond to everything. If I have to use AI law services, we're going to make sure we respond to it. And I'm going to stand in front of that judge and say, no, sir, I don't want no settlement. I want to fight it all the way. We're going all the way. And I'm going to be talking. Because the more it's open, the more I'm going to talk. He did that to Levontre. That's what our court believe. I got his mama. I got his brother. I got Tasha K on the record. You subpoena them, we have a case. And Tasha will come. She said out of her mouth, she got receipts and all that type of stuff. So he bank on going out to poor people. So we don't care nothing about that. I don't care that you're trying to discredit Levontre. It's not going to work. I'm going back when Levontre was a teenager who was violated by Larry Reed, I believe. That's why I'm still on the same storyline. Of them using them tricks that Levontre cheating on his wife, that ain't no story. Larry been cheating on his wife with teenage boys like Levontre. Levontre put it out there. Why do I have to say allegedly when the man put it out there? When you preach something in the Bible, you don't say, well, allegedly Jesus died on the cross. It's in black and white. Somebody took record of Jesus being crucified. So you ain't got to read the Bible and say, allegedly Jesus was crucified. You read it in the scripture. Somebody witnessed it and put it in the book. So you ain't got to say, well, allegedly this happened to Jesus. It's in the book. And I don't have to say allegedly because Levontre said on Tasha K's show that he was violated by Larry Reed. So if I go down, you got to bring down Tasha. Because I really ain't got no money. I ain't got it. But if you want to bring down of it, bring it out. And guess what? I'm going to be talking about it all. We all going to have to be in that courtroom. Yes, we is. We ready to go to the courtroom right now. Go and file that lawsuit. Go and file that 35-page complaint. And said, because Levontre went on Tasha K's show. I had to get my Red Bull because these people is playing with me, getting on this phone with me, putting me on the three-way, trying to get me caught up. What do you think about Levontre and his affair with this woman? I said, what do you think about Levontre getting violated by Larry Reed? That ain't the subject, son. First of all, I'm not your son. No, never call me son because you playing with me. What do you think about? What do I think about it? I think about when Levontre was violated by Larry Reed. Y'all keep making this story pick up legs. Leave Levontre alone. You said you sued Levontre. Why are you telling your side piece who you screwing? And so I get on the phone with this 70-some-year-old woman, and she talking about the prophet Messiah of molasses, whatever the man's name is. And he got a good body. And she said, but Wiley, I called him at Larry Reid's house and he had on that tight shirt. I said, yes. Why do you think he that they screwing? Probably screwing. But I can say this. She said, why do you lust after the prophet? I'm lusting because the man take his clothes off, showing his triceps and that glistening, sweaty six-pack. Of course I'm going to lust. And the Bible said the truth shall set you free. I'm being honest. And the way in the world I'm going to be focused on some spiritual, you showing your meat is soaking. That's just like saying a butt-naked woman. Ain't going to be focused on that Bible. That's the case. David, when he seen Bathsheba bathing, that man supposed to been out there work. He's a king. Looked at her bathing and called for her. Did he call for Bathsheba? Did he call for her? He saw her butt naked. It's in the book. Saw that woman butt naked. And David made sure I got to screw her up. So, and that woman wasn't on OnlyFans. She wasn't live streaming. She was just bathing. So, when it comes to Larry and his sickness, I just don't understand. He put out the thing. So I'm seeing this last night. I said, look at this. Trying to discredit Levante saying he a cheater, but trying to ignore saying this is Larry Reid, fake accuser. I believe the man is real. And I told the person on the phone, I said, I think of the disservice, and I think Larry Reid is weak. Why do you think he's weak, son? The man kept calling me son. I said, well, first of all, why didn't he sue Tasha? Why didn't he sue Bishop? They brought Levante to the forefront. You already sued Daryl and bankrupt him. Why you ain't suing them people? I said the reason why you're not going to sue those people because they're going to fight back. They're not going to just not show up and you get a default judgment. You suing all the po folks. Uh-huh. Talk back to me in this chat. We live. And I wasn't planning on doing this, but y'all keep on the phone with me. Trying to get me called up. I said on the record. If you gonna sue. That's not scaring me. That don't scare me. Lawsuits do not scare me. Because Tasha K laid out the blueprint how to avoid paying the lawsuit. She putting it out there. How to avoid paying $1. And it took years to get nothing. She doing reality shows and everything. And I will birth my ministry off of what Larry Reid trying to do to Levante. Because I believe it. And we still talking about it. And we don't play about it. And then watch yourself, son. Watch yourself, son. Like, stop trying to get these fake preachers on the line with me. That don't scare me. Them big words do not scare me. Because don't try to quote a scripture. Keep your name off the anointing. Don't put the man up. I said he should have put the man of God should have kept his sausages in his pants and not in the mouth of Levante. That's what he should have did. That don't scare me with them scriptures. Sorry, it ain't gonna scare me. You better go on. It ain't gonna scare me. That ain't gonna me. Nope. Because I know you a false prophet. Because ain't no true man, a guy gonna zip down on pants and put it inside of an underage boy. Not God prophet. Not God minister. Not God preacher. Not gonna happen. So I don't care if Sir Marco, this one or that one on the line. I'm still gonna say what I got to say. See, you ain't gonna outbeat me. And Larry know this. I stick with Larry. I'm not getting in no beef with no guy in no wig. Because right then and that's demonic. And we got him on a recording, and I played the recording. I said, why would I get in a beef with a man that want to sleep with me? His business partner, employee, want me to screw him. I don't want to screw that man at all. But at least I honor that man, that witch, because he ain't talking about screwing no teenage boy like Levante. He wanted to screw me. I'm a grown man. He a grown man. So obviously, but I just understand he been bought and paid for by Larry Reed. He bought and paid for it. And then you want to sit here and drag. I said they're gonna do it. People they're gonna raise a lot of money, and we're gonna fight this lawsuit because they're gonna want this entertainment. Oh, that's what you think you're gonna do. So from my understanding, this is fake preacher on there. So my understanding, you just want to go against Larry Reed for some money. I said, sir, no, I don't. I wouldn't have paid Larry Reed no matter. I'm the one that told Larry Reed that Tasha K was going to turn against him. Since you supposed to be son and supposed to be a father and a good preacher, why didn't you tell Larry Reed to get away from that devil, that witch? You didn't do it. Well, I tried to tell him, and you can say so much. Well, son, blah, whatever. But don't try to tell me to stop talking about something when Larry got and went to that woman's house and told me on the recording that Tasha K got a dungeon and secret rooms. When we was in Vegas, it was myself and Blue Skies, and Larry Reed called, and we recorded it. He said, don't tell nobody, but Tasha K got them secret rooms. And Larry texted me, said, can you delete that out of there about those secret rooms? I said, nope. You messy. You didn't have to tell me that woman got secret dungeon rooms. Nope. You messy. So you knew that Tasha K is living a demonic life and you stayed there. So whatever she tried to suck that ball scalp, let her suck it. Because you sure had no business over there. But yet you know the Lord. Let you a good prophet. Yet you know about the Bibles, the books of the Bible that ain't in the Bible. But you didn't know that witch was coming out to you. You false prophet. You ain't see that coming. You ignored it. And now we're talking about Levante. I would have had my own business, you guys. I left it alone. I said he won. And mistakenly, I said, no, he did not win. It was a default judgment. And they wanted me to take the video down. The video only had 200 viewers. And then now, because they keep talking about it, the video up to 1,000. I'm mad in my business. I'm not doing no massive promo. And then he said, well, I'm hearing, from my understanding, Larry is telling me that you're sending it to all the preachers and you're texting it to all of his members. I said, first of all, those are human beings. And if I want to send this video to each of them, I can. And you can't stop me from sending them a video. Y'all is making this bigger than what it is. You're not going to keep me silent. If Larry Reed want to silence me, go to the judge and let's see if you're going to win. Which it's a possibility that you're going to lose and embarrass yourself. Because everybody that you're banking on them, they say, you know what? I don't want to fight it because I ain't got it. If I got to be out here, sing a gospel song, go to church and raise the money, if I have to pass out t-shirts, if I have to do about 55,000 videos, I'm not laying down for Larry Reed. Sorry, I'm not a victim, and I'm not Levante. I'm standing up for this victim, Levante, because I feel like he was violated. And I felt like Larry Reed was wrong, secretly suing him privately, did say a word about it, knowing that this man is not going to show up to the court, and you thought that was a victory. Take your victory and eat it. But no, you're trying to discredit his character, and I don't like that bull, and I'm calling you out on it. And you're supposed to be the one with Bishop Pierce and all that type of stuff. They said, well, Wally, you ain't got the money to fight no lawsuit. You don't need... What Wiley do have, and I'm not going to tell you what we do have. But guess what? If that lawsuit do happen, we will fight it. We will fight it, and Larry will have to prove what I'm saying is defamatory. We will fight it. And the thing with Levante, and I said, bro, you could have went to AI. You could have went to all these different law firms. You could have had somebody typed it up, the response, paid them something on the back end. It's no in the world you not showing up and responding to the complaint. Come on, bro. That because A, you don't like to read. B, you a little bit stupid because you should have responded to it. Don't let, if you said, and you go to the world, say, can y'all help me raise this money? This man did this to me. Tell the world. Because I ain't going down without a fight. Sorry. And he's going to have to fight hard and spend money. And then I'm going to introduce my ministry against his ministry, and we'll see who's going to win. I'm going to get something from the table. I'm going to get something and I'm going to raise the money. And people going to give it because they're going to want this type of entertainment. This is entertaining to the people. I ain't going to be like Tasha K and I ask y'all for them. I'm going to ask everybody to give me $5 to this legal defense fund. And we're going to the whole thing. And then bloggers going to talk about it. They're going to be right there. Oh, they're in court. Oh, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about it. we got what? Larry Reed suing Wiley? And I'm going to all these different churches. Then you're going to see my connection with some of these churches. I'm going to all these churches. I'm going to go to these gospel artists that live these double lives. Say, you better come out or you going to go down. These different preachers. And Larry's not that well liked with a lot of these people. Some preachers can't stand his guts, and we're going to use it. Every pastor that can't stand him, we're going to work with them. It's going to be chaos. And so that's what I'm saying. And this is the point that comes about it. I see you, Miss Barbara. You've been texting me all day, honey. Lord, bless her heart. And the reason why I'm doing it is I'm minding my own business. These people is calling me, telling me to take down the video, telling me to shut up. If you got a strong case against Brother Wiley, then file that case. You're going to lose because, again, you ain't suing the people that put Levante out there. Tasha and Bishop Whitehead. They put this man on the forefront. Not Brother Wiley. Hello. I didn't interview no Levante. Levante never came on my show. He never came on video. We never interviewed this mammy. We never interviewed his brother. But they did. So if you're going to sue Wiley, and I'm not going to tell you my defense, I would find it very sketchy and messy and stinky that you're going to sue me and not them, and they put it out there. Why try to sue me? And I told him, I said, sir, if Larry Reed do that, it will introduce me to more households. What do you mean, son? I said, if he sue me, standing up for Levante, that's going to introduce Brother Wiley into more households. I'm going to gain out of this. His other person, when he sued Daryl, because Daryl was stupid, he decided to pull up to Liberty House with a Glock. He pulled out with a Glock. He wanted to do some damage. I'm not doing that because he didn't have to pull up with no Glock because we had Daryl on this show, and I called Daryl. I said, Daryl, you're going about it the wrong way. Stick with the victim. Well, I don't want to put them up. I said, screw that. I said, stick with the victim. I said, if you stick with the victims, you'll be good. Oh, no, I don't want to stick with the victim. I don't want the victims on camera. We got to protect the victims. We got to protect their identity. I said, protect their identity? You better put them queens up on the screen. I said, protect them victims? What are you saying? You are stupid. Put them on video. Didn't want to do it. And that man had more than one victim. Because the rest of them got scared. I said, they're going to get scared because Larry Reed's going to buy them out. He's going to use his power. So while you got them, put them on the video. Put them on the video. You didn't want to do that. I'm not stupid. I'm not showing up to Larry's house. I said, first of all, I ain't got to show up to. I ain't got the money to show up to his house. I don't need to show up to his house. No. Don't want to show up to his house. Do you want to cause some harm to Larry and his family? Sound like I said, no, sir. But what he do need to do to Levante is pay for the damage and putting in that sickness in that man by destroying that man innocence, taking that man innocence. That's what he needs to do. And I believe his wife needs to do it as well because she knew it was going on. She ain't that innocent. You knew your man got all them teenage boys and boys in that house. You knew something was going on. Let's not be stupid. And I said, I don't think it's right, sir, for you trying to be the mediator of Larry and having Larry on the three. I don't have him on no three-way, son. I said, okay, whatever. I know you have him on the three-way. I'm not stupid. You trying to sound all proper, trying to get him on the record. I said he need to repent and he need to pay all back to Levontre for the damage he have caused Levontre. And if he really want me to shut up, win a lawsuit against Tasha K and Bishop, then we can talk. Win a lawsuit against those two people, then we can have a conversation. But when he did that, got me on that phone, I said, okay, we're going to play a little game. And then I saw the witch interviewing Levontre, this woman that someone came to me in on the phone talking about, it's this woman, she want to talk about Levontre. I said, unless this woman is a teenage girl and she was violated and blah, 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 that's the story. But if she a grown woman and he a grown man, they screwing each other to me, that ain't salacious for me to talk about. But I'm staying on that Levontre was violated by Larry Reid. I stand on that. So this other information of a woman, you just gonna keep silent. I ain't talking about it because it's not no story. I'm talking about when Larry screwed Levontre. And I ain't moving off that subject. Y'all making me stay on the subject because y'all doing this F stuff, talking about this relationship that Levontre is having. Why? Where is it? And I said, it got to be something that Levontre is doing. So a little birdie told me Levontre is going back to the courts and challenge the default judgment. He's going to challenge it and he's going to do another interview with Tasha K. So finally I'm getting understanding. I said, why is he coming at Levontre so hard? Well, Levontre apparently is doing another interview with Tasha K, and Tasha K is going to help him fight that default judgment with Larry Reid. Because they said Tasha's about to help. And she going to tape it. If it probably should be already taped. Because we was going to interview Levontre. And again, Levontre they don't want to do my understanding. Like, because I said, let's do like make this a movement for all victims. But they don't want to do it that way. Levontre don't want to do it that way. I said, do it the other way. My way will work. It will be a more massive impact. We'll do it that way with Tasha. But she apparently going to interview him again, and she's going to help Levontre get the money to fight and to challenge that default judgment. Okay? So that's how that's going to happen. Me personally, my route would work because it will hit differently. And you apply pressure to the prosecutor. I said, all we need is for the prosecutor to open the case and do an investigation. They do that, then we got something to stand on. You're not going to be able to win online. Online is great, but you need a prosecutor to say, we are going to investigate these allegations. Get that? Then you can build upon X, Y, and Z. But y'all want to listen to me? Because I don't know nothing. But yeah, I'm getting phone calls by people, by his goons. Y'all don't scare me. First of all, you got to do more than that to scare Brother Wiley. That ain't going to scare me at all. Because I know I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't interview Levontre. I didn't bring Levontre on camera. I didn't do any of these things. That's where he was. You literally came on the internet and they brought it to me. When I was brought aware of this situation, I said, Levontre, you need to do a press conference. I've said this on the phone with some people. You do a press conference. You need to apply pressure to the authorities because you're not going to win online against Larry. He's too massive on Facebook. You're not, but apply pressure with authorities. That's how you get it. That's how you get it. Because he kept bragging, well, nobody's investigating me. It was a police report, but there is no open investigation. Blah, 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 blah. If you if do that, then that's how it goes. because a person said here this story was going to be gone 2 months tops unless you are committed to keep going. They keeping it going because I keep getting these phone calls. The story was gone, I thought. I said, but wait a minute. I don't think this story is gone because they reached out to me. And I said, okay, let me keep talking about it. And so when we did that video earlier, we did the video maybe a couple of months ago. I was in Dallas. And Larry Reed sued Levant. He got a default judgment. Poof, did it. Got 200 views. I left it alone. And then I woke up. It got 1,000 views. And then I woke up getting these phone calls. I said, okay, well, I guess I got to still talk about it. I ain't know. I got to talk about it. So when people say, but why? What do you think Levant could do? That's my whole strategy. Apply pressure to the police department. Apply pressure to the prosecutor. Get a statement, build upon that, and get a pastor that don't like Larry Reed to endorse it. You got you something to stand on with the church. You go hard. And you must do a massive Facebook campaign. Larry Reed bread and butter is on their Facebook. A massive Facebook campaign. Massive. Make it church for church people can see it. It got to be massive. Massive on Facebook. You share it, put in them tags, and you boost it up so the people in the church sector will witness it all. And I'm not going to give all of my strategies, but it was a couple of strategies that I gave. I said, you got to go on Facebook, his bread and butter Facebook, and on the Patreon. But you tackle where his viewers are, and you introduce it on there and apply the per. Tasha K was close, but she didn't stick at it because she wanted her goal. But if you want to do that, do that. Apply pressure. So I talked about it, and they still upset at Wiley. And they keep telling her, you should sue Wiley. So for what? What did I do that was so illegal? I didn't do a damn thing. Only thing I said, oh yeah, Levante said this man screwed him when he was a teenager. I could just play back. This is the thing that gets me with people. You can play back, and people think that you need lawyers. You don't. You really don't. If you know how to study and do basic reading, you can do it and challenge this stuff. But when you don't know and you lazy, they win. But if you really put down and challenge and learn and read law books and reading and play, you can do this stuff. People in prison have done it. So let's not get with, and this is a civil case. This ain't no criminal case. This is civil. So the burden of proof is totally different than when it comes to the civil procedure. Okay. So I just had to put that in my first segment. They said They said you didn't leave it alone. You've been talking about it alone. It's been the Tasha K full about. So that's what happened. So I still talk about it because people are still watching. And then once that older lady of Larry Reed called me, I said, wow. Like, I have the church audience. I didn't know that. I said, Wiley, you do have a church audience. And when you talk about church stuff, they call in. We had a pastor of Kojic call into the Wiley show. Some pastors called me. I know how to talk to preachers. I have a church background. So I know with church people, they don't like it when you do all that cussing, even though they cuss. They like it when you talk regular, look slow, then you speed it up, you know. They like it when you're very clear, precise. They like it when you're very clear and you got your arguments very clear and precise. They like it in Pascal. We had a woman pastor, preacher, call into the show last night. And she was rebuking Larry Reed. She was rebuking Larry Reed. Because when you put on this camera, people watch. We got 219 people in the house. And they in the bushes. They church folks, they pastors, they bishops, they all this stuff. We got Kojic people, we got AME, we got Pentecostal, we got white people watch. We got people watching. Some of them can't stand Larry guts. And they felt what Larry Reed's doing is demonic. And so that's what people were saying. I said, listen, I said, Larry Reed used to drag pastors, right? But Larry Reed got scared because them pastors, he said on his video, because Larry shared a lot, He said they were sending out group of lawsuits. They was just doing lawsuits. And apparently Larry had a meeting with some pastors. He said, if you do it again, we're going to bankrupt you because we got unlimited resources and we will bankrupt you. We will tie your hand part in court so bad that your children, your daughters going to have to work the whole stroll to pay us back. Them preachers, these are gangster preachers. Because what Larry kept doing, talking about that enterprise network, and then Larry said in the video, well, I know I've done some weird stuff to my spiritual sons, and if they come out and say I did it to them, I lie about it. I deny it. So Larry tried to expose the enterprise, but yet he had his dirty laundry, and they said, we're going to send about 55 lawsuits. And he said he got scared and he stopped talking about. Then he got into the prophecies, talking about the book of Enoch. He started talking about the Bible, started switching up the scripture, started being more spiritual. But he's got his door in his name for dragging the preachers and their dirty laundry. So when my producer and I talked about the Larry Reed and Levante allegations, we used strategically preachers and said Bishop Edelon walked so Larry Reed can run. So if you understand, what we did was we conjured up the audience, and then that's where we got the church people to tune in and to watch it. So them preachers came at Larry hard, and Larry stopped. He said, listen, I said, because I got on the phone with Larry, I said, you don't talk about preachers. He said, no, man, because, man, they be suing. Them preachers be suing. They coming at hard. I ain't going to be doing all that. And then he started naming different preachers' names, blah, blah, blah. They come up with multi-million-dollar lawsuits. And you got to understand, these preachers, they all fans of each other, right? Especially these mega churches, right? They all get on the phone and they strategically plan with their boards, with their deacons, how to destroy their ops. And they said, we can't delete you physically, but we can go out to your pockets. And Larry almost lost his money because if he did not have that audience, he would have went bankrupt because they came after his money and he had to pay like 45 to 50 grand in cash. And he blamed the lawyer. And the judge was like, well, you got to pay this money. So his Patreon people, they paid it. And then also he had some more lawsuits coming. They said, you put this information out about us, we're going to boom, boom, lawsuits. Because every time you get a lawsuit, you got to respond to it. They was going to bankrupt Larry. They said Larry started a whole federal investigation of Bishop Whitehead. Yes, he got involved with the feds. And the feds stopped talking to him because he started leaking on the internet. And then that's what I knew, that Bishop was on to something. And these people was on to something. I said, well, I'm going to talk about it. And somebody said, well, why are you afraid of being sued? I said, no, I'm not afraid of being sued because Tasha K ushered in the spirit. And I said, Tasha K, I did say your name on this recording because I know I was being recorded. I said, Tasha K led into the spirit. If you sue me, this is all for clout. Because civil lawsuits ain't nothing but a clout if you do it right. And this will be helpful to the Wiley Show because, again, this is Larry Reed. And Larry Reed is a man that's connected in the church, and I know the church very well, and this will all be good publicity for me. So if you do sue, go right ahead. I'll be right there in my beautiful church clothes enjoying this beautiful ride because I know I didn't do nothing wrong because I didn't sleep with no Levante. Larry Reed did that. Then we got King Giles on record saying there were a number of all church kids humping each other. They said, Larry, that's not true. Why have you convinced yourself? Larry started a whole federal. That's how that goes. And so that the thing with Bishop Whitehead is that Larry thought he was going to get that lawsuit thrown out. Now, that's some tea that's going on with Bishop Whitehead because apparently, I'm going to share this. Apparently, they said Bishop Whitehead lawyer, Mr. Ponder, trying to drop Bishop Whitehead because they saying Mr. Ponder, Brian Ponder, didn't get his money owed to him. And they said, this is reports out here, the gossip. They said Bishop Whitehead said he will slap the F out of Mr. Ponder. And Mr. Ponder said he want to drop him as a client. He want to withdraw from the case because Bishop Whitehead owe him some money. Now, mind you, Bishop Whitehead is suing the church. He's suing a church, right? Because Bishop Whitehead is suing them because he felt like he is the true landlord or owner of the church. And then the church, the ministry is suing, it's countersuing Bishop. So Mr. Ponder is representing Bishop Whitehead. And it's being reported to me that Bishop Whitehead ain't got the coins to pay Mr. Ponder. So I don't know how true it is, but that's what they saying because we over there on these streets and they said verbatim. Let me put out the people that said it though, because I don't believe in all that privacy stuff. Not in this case, because they said Pam said that Bishop Ponder. Give me a second. Let me go. Bishop Ponder owed this money. I mean, not Bishop Ponder. Bishop Whitehead owed Mr. Ponder money, and he not paying it because they said Ponder was not finished with his departures. He had requested withdrawal from the Anderson case too. A hearing is forthcoming, and so he is also on another case that Mr. Ponder want to withdraw as well. So, and you know, Pam Esquire have been covering this case all over. They said Whitehead, other attorney in his landlord-tenant case, attempting to evict Glory of God, has also jumped ship. This morning around 10:30 a.m., he asked the court to get out, although less dramatic than Ponder. So also, Bishop Whitehead got another attorney that also want to leave as well. So, you know, and this is what they said allegedly Bishop Whitehead said to Mr. Ponder. He said, quote, "I will F you up." Exclamation, "I will F you up." Okay? He said, "I will F you up." And so he got a whole complaint. He saying that he want to withdraw from this case. He said the defendant to date owe me with the sum of owe me about $4,000 in attorney fees, and then also owe $722 in expenses and costs. And he said he didn't get he didn't get a payment at all. He said he gave him all type of extensions, no payment at all. So this man ain't playing. He wants his moolah. So I don't know how true that is, because again, I ain't talked to Bishop about it, but I'm gonna just say allegedly is really something, but it's up to the judge to drop it, because I remember when Daryl had a lawyer, and Daryl lawyer said to the court, Daryl ain't got the money. So if Daryl ain't got the money, I want to drop Daryl. And the judge told the judge told Daryl lawyer, no, you cannot drop him. You got to stay on the case. So it's up to the judge whether to drop you or not drop you. The judge have to approve. Like, you just can't just say, I'm not doing this anymore. You have to get permission from the judge. So I don't know how true that is. Let me see if I can call somebody, child. That's what I heard. I heard that verbatim. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is or not, but I don't know how true it is or not. Give me a sec. I don't know, but that's what they saying, that he owe some money. I don't know how true it is. Let me see if I can get a written statement. If he could give us a statement. I don't know. It's about 8:30 a.m. in New York. I don't know if this is true. It is true. You have to be permitted to remove yourself from a case in some cases. They said Wiley reached out to Mr. Ponder for a statement. Hello? Okay, I can't accept no messages. Okay, the mailbox is full. So give me a second. The mailbox is full. So can't okay. Okay. Let me see. Draw. Okay, give me a second. 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 Let me put it in here, and I'm definitely gonna leave a voice note. Let me check out to it. Okay. Also, let me send him a voice note too. Let me send him a voice note. Let me send him a voice note. Hold on, y'all. Let me send him an email. Then I'm gonna send him a voice note because we want to know about this. Then we're gonna get into other topics. So give me a second. Let me send him a voice note. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just gonna see. Let me see if I can reach out from. They said call his repair side. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second. Hold on, let me see right now. I don't know if he's watching, y'all. If y'all, I don't know if he's watching, but let me see. What is his Instagram? Y'all find his Instagram. I don't know his Instagram. Y'all let me know if it's Instagram. I don't know his Instagram, but y'all send me his Instagram and I send my message. But yeah, that's how it is. And so apparently this just came in my DM too. Because you know, we talk about church stuff, they started sending me stuff. Okay. So somebody just sent me this in my DM. And I want to read it to you guys. Hold on, I took a screenshot. Okay, so apparently Larry wrote this on his page, and he said that my mentor, the Archbishop Jordan, is asking that everyone who speak concerning his friend of 40 plus years to only speak a good word. I understand most of his friends prior to his revelation of God's love want to post and do videos, but please do them without stating theological difference or him choosing a different path, all that S word. Speaking lovely, his closest family and friend are strict in their grief when they read the good word. Carlton was without scandal, a holy, praying, loving man. And if we can praise these whoremonger preacher talents and contributions without mentioning their abandoned kids and concubines across the globe, etc., you can speak well of Carlton as well. The loss has ripped a hole in our hearts. That is what Larry Rehab said. Post that what Bishop that Prophet Jordan has said. And they send it to me to say this on the air. But first and foremost, you can't tell people how to talk to people when they gone. Like, these people really try. I don't understand this. Bishop Bernard Jordan, you should be trying to tell people to say something about Bishop Carter when your son is out here with no clothes on, talk about the word. He in a hot tub talking about the scripture. Going live, streaming videos, showing his triceps and biceps with that baby oil. And you're going to sit here and try to tell us what we should, and your whole house or your whole son is out, got his one leg in the scriptures, other leg got his cheeks spread, bust wide open. Let's go with the point. Y'all really trying to do this? Hush. Go to the gospel concert. Okay. Get to the gospel. And we going to talk about Bishop. We going to talk about him. But you can't tell these people not to talk about Bishop Pierce. They keeping the same energy. How you going to try to control these preachers? Even Bishop Bernard Jordan thought he was going to be a bishop. Y'all, Bishop Bernard Jordan thought he was going to be a bishop in the College of Bishops. I think be a part of the College of Bishops, and they kicked him out. They said, no, this ain't funny. So he get up there to the College of Bishops, and he thought, well, I'm going to be accepted in the College of Bishops. So I don't know all the tea why they told him no. You can't sit with us. Baby, the College of Bishops, they are messy. But he went there, got his preacher collar, his bishop collar on. He really thought they was gonna accept him over there, child. They told him, hell no, you can't sit with us. And he been in his feelings ever since. But I just had to say that, y'all. I'm gonna move on. We did reach out to Bishop. We did reach out to Mr. Ponder. We can't say that we did reach out. And if he respond back to us, we'll let y'all know what he said. Okay. All right. So let's go to this particular stuff. Where we at? What we doing? So we're gonna talk about Diddy. Y'all know who Diddy is. Now, Diddy, this story, I knew this was gonna happen. Now, Revolt, the board, the people there at the network, they told Diddy, they said, Diddy, you got to step down. And the reason why Diddy stepped down from Revolt as a CEO is because the advertisers said they're going to pull out. Because Diddy, it pretty much should be called the Diddy Network because he really broadcast. They said, no, you got to sit down. The investor said we're going to pull out. The advertisers said they're going to drop him. So Diddy was like, they said to save the face of this network, you got to leave. And also the hosts said they're going to leave as well. Carisha Please, she pretty much have said, it's been reported that she don't want to return back. She said this is terrible because her team said like you kind of like messed up her brand. Because how can she do Carisha Please? You still own the network. She got to distance herself. And they said she have been crying. They said she have been crying, everything. So Diddy technically have stepped down. He's still going to be, because the CEO that's going to take over pretty much is still going to listen to what Diddy said, but to save face is going to step down. This reminded me when Vince McMahon stepped down as the CEO and he announced that he retired. He didn't really retire at all. And they let his daughter be the CEO, the co-CEO, meaning that Vince McMahon, you still got power because your daughter go tell your daughter what to do. So this situation reminded me of that. He lost that. And then also it's been rumored that some employees of Revolt was also assaulted by Diddy. They're going to be coming out with some lawsuits as well. And then Media Takeout, they put out a rumor on their page that it is a powerful married celebrity that gave a woman or a man the H, the I, the V. And they said they're not going to say any names because it's going to mess up the negotiations. So people are saying Jay-Z name was mentioned. I don't know if it's Jay-Z or not. Diddy is not married. So apparently there will be another powerful celebrity, a man, that's going to get exposed for giving somebody the H, the I, and the V. Now, I was like, when I saw this when it was reported to me, I said, child, this is a lot. Because they have already, and I told my artists before, I said, Jay-Z have already been sending out settlements, secret settlements, because he have a lot of dirty laundry. And a lot of the powerful men, because of what Diddy did, they all ain't saying nothing because they already on the phone with their lawyers, paying people off, giving them their coins, because apparently it's a lot of stuff going on. And they said that Jay-Z may be exposed the next one because Jay-Z name was mentioned as the one that gave somebody the H, the I, and the V. Now, I don't know how true that is. I'm going to say allegedly, but that ain't playing no games. It's another powerful man that's going to be exposed. And Media Takeout have already put out what they put out. And they mentioned Jay-Z name and this stuff that I read. And I said, oh my God, I hope it's not true. I really hope it's not true. I just hope Jay-Z is not a part of it because they're going to destroy Beyonce and all that stuff that's going on and everything. So I really, really hope it's not true. But Diddy went down and now Diddy loses stuff. Now other people are going. Everybody said this is the floodgates. And I said every side chick. Every side dude, this is your time to say something because everybody is down. Like people just flooded the news with lawsuits. So that's how they go. They said Surfing. They said, oh my God. They said, and we all know 50 said, hey, Diddy and love trolling him. Yeah, because Diddy said he want to purchase Revolt. He said he'll purchase the network. But as of right now, he stepped down. He stepped down right now. He's done. Now, I do want to say, because people are saying, well, you know, media takeout is not credible. But I'm putting it out because everybody was reporting on it, so I'm talking about it too. They said Cassie 35 also was Diddy downfall. He should have paid her before she went public. That was his fault. I think, and again, because that was like a question I was asking one of my team members. I said, well, first of all, why would he wait? And I said, they asked questions, but why do you think he waited? And said, I think he waited it because his sickness in his head. Like, I control you, can't use this little girl, you weak. If you're going to get destroyed. And I think Diddy living in a time where he really was on top, like he was powerful in the 90s. And I think in his mindset, he's still on that level. So he probably thought, you ain't going to do this. I'm Dr. Love. And he thought she was bluffing and didn't even know that woman was ready because already they was ready. And he thought the woman was bluffing. You insult her and she came out and didn't know them white lawyers that she was dealing with got the New York Times on their speed dial and they used it. It was a very strategic plan that you only got one time to get it right, and they got it right. It was on the New York Times, and the New York Times is powerful and white traditional media, and it just, the floodgates opened up, and boom, 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 everybody started reading it. And all your dirty laundry was out. So now you had no choice, and it was too late. Then you settled, like, oh my God, because he woke up to a storm. Because they're not going to warn you. They're going to put it out there. And they put it out there, and whoosh, and it caught Diddy off guard. Then he had going to fit, okay, we got to settle. But you should have listened to your lawyers then, because any good lawyer know, like, Diddy, don't fight this. She's going to win. But in his mind, he got the final say, so he probably done, she weak, did that, and look what happened. Got what she got. Literally, she won. And that 35 complaint is going to be a movie, a book, a miniseries, everything. The dirty laundry, the freak off came off and it came up, and everybody know about it. And now Diddy got to deal with it. Now they don't care nothing about it. Diddy knew because he tried to rebrand. He knew it. Usually guys be like, okay, I don't do it no more. I want to rebrand. I'm Dr. Love. I'm Dr. This, but bro, you Dr. Evil. You did this. And what gets me with all of these other rappers, and people coming for Joe Budden can't say nothing because he R-word women. He can't say nothing. Do you know if he start dragging Diddy, saying the way he really want to say, they're going to post his dirty laundry? Another pedo got receipts on another pedo. So why would I expose another pedo when I got people out there and then my dirty laundry? So you know what Joe Budden gonna do? I ain't gonna say no. I'm quiet. I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing. Because if he start talking, then we gotta talk about your dirty laundry, Joe Budden, of the women that you have screwed and put them in freak offs. So you're not gonna say nothing because Diddy got something on you, and he's gonna use it. So why would I do that? Because I know what he's gonna do. So Joe Budden, to protect himself, I'm not gonna say nothing. Because then Joe Budden, his victim's gonna open up in the flood because he screwed a woman in her podcast. See, Joe Budden, just go back to people's history. It was a woman on her podcast, on Joe Budden podcast, a female. And she said, I left this podcast, a group of women. She said, I left the podcast because Joe Budden tried to assault me. He came aggressive. This was harassment. He kept coming for me. And I felt uncomfortable. Remember that? And she put it out there. So if it's one, he did it to others. So that's why he's not going to come out and talk about Diddy. He'll be a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. So that's the thing. And then Cassie, she's spending the money. She donates organizations. She's doing good. So this is what's going on. So when I got the information, I said I got to put it out there. And thank you to my producer. She laid it all out. Wiley, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is what's going on with Diddy. And this is going, he got to step down immediately. Then it's some more information. Diddy been canceled. The Capital Preparatory Charter School announced the end of their partnership with Diddy. Because many people thought he owned the school. It was a partnership. Diddy ain't put none of his money. He will put his likeness. They said, nope, we ain't dealing with you. Everybody's pulling out. And this never would have been a story if Diddy would have settled with that woman. It never would have been a story. If he would have wrote the check, she would have signed a non-disclosure, NDA non-disclosure, and it wouldn't have been a story. We would have never read that 35-page complaint. But because Diddy wanted to play like he the big ball, this, now you got to go through this. You got to go through the pain. Now you got to go through the drama. If you would have just mind your bit, paid the money, stop playing these games, you wouldn't have been in this mess. But because you want to play these games and you playing these games and you didn't want to do it, now your dirty laundry, you should have paid the money. You should have went on and paid the money. In your case, Diddy, you should have paid it because you have so much dirty laundry. And you can't, nobody's going to, Bishop T.D. Jakes ain't going to speak up. Now, the thing that you can do, you can go the gospel route. And you can go to gospel. What do you mean? Start singing gospel songs. Start saying you want to be a preacher. The church will receive you. You're attractive. A church will bring you up. You're going to bring the numbers in. Get into the ministry. You need to change your whole image. Stop talking about R&B. You need to go nothing. You need to go spiritual. It worked for R. Kelly for a moment. It did, because he got into the spiritual stuff. It worked for R. Kelly. It literally worked for R. Kelly. We live on YouTube. Y'all going over to YouTube. It worked for R. Kelly. Let me know if y'all. It worked for R. Kelly. And for a little bit, if you save me, prayer changes things. Okay. For a moment, it worked for R. Kelly. He got that church sector. That church was with R. Kelly. But you got to get into the church. So I'm just saying, I'm just giving my point. So that's what happened with the whole situation with the church. And if you don't believe that, I don't care what you believe, because I know that you can do that get the church part. But Diddy, only person that got the blame of this is Diddy himself, because he needs to get exposed. You did this. You post this information about you did this with these young women. You did not care. And you embarrassed. But what you should have did was mind your business. You didn't mind your business. So now you got to deal with it. Okay? You should have mind your business, but you didn't mind your business. You kept putting your in people breadbasket, and now you got to deal with it. Now we got to talk about these two people. Okay. Ooh, Paul, why did you put that picture up on the baby? You got to put it down low. They got to be able to see my beautiful face. Don't worry. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it so they can see my beautiful face. Give me a second. Hold on. What's up, you? We got to talk about Saucy Santana and Armon Wiggins. We got to talk about them. Hold on. Let me make sure they can see my face. Give me a second, you guys. Because he got it. I know you uploaded it. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm going to take that down. There we go. I'm going to take that down. All right. I'm going to do that because, you got it all big, but they can be able to see me. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's see. I think this will be it. Okay, there we go. You got it, Pub. I want it a little smaller. All right. So these two came up on the screen here, and these two was talking about we was going back and forth, right? And so Santana, I'm telling women that you should get a BBL or whatever the case would be. And Armon is just dragging Saucy Santana. I got to say this. Women is not going to accept a big black man with nails, woman deodorant, and all of that. They're not going to do it. Let's be clear. Women, particularly black women, is not going to accept a big black man wearing nails and wearing women deodorant and calling their rectum a yoni. They're not going to receive that because they don't like it when women, trans women, say that they're women. So you think they're going to allow a man, and then it gets me with Saucy. You trying to tell women how to live their life, they ain't going to receive that from you? Nope. They're going to put you on your plate. They're going to tell you try to be like us, wear nails, makeup, smelling like barbecue sauce and women's and perfume. And he can't keep a man. I told him, one of my close friends, we grew up in Chicago, Chef D, together. He was dating Saucy Santana. I'm the same Wiley. I don't care if you famous. I don't care if you making money or whatever. I'm still me. I said, you don't want Saucy Santana. He said, what do you mean, Wiley? I said, you don't want Saucy Santana. I do. I love him. I said, no, you don't. You like him because he got clout. And you a clout chaser. Here you go. You still messy. It's the truth, Chef D. You are a clout chaser. You're going to use Saucy Santana to be on Zeus Network. You're the chef now cooking, but you want to be in front of the camera. You are a clout chaser. Fast forward, you dump Saucy. You on television on Zeus, and you failed as a reality star. You failed. So anybody that dates Saucy Santana, if they have his side and attractive, they're using that man for clout. Because I can tell. I can look at that person's social media, use it for clout, just like the other queen that was in Love and Hip Hop was dating, so you're using it for clout. Stop it. You wearing women deodorant and you call your big old backside a yoni. And it's not. And I don't even like when dudes even say that. Eat my yoni. It's not a yoni. That ain't nothing but butt. That's a man butthole. But people say that and it's weird. So women not going to like it. So what Armon Wiggins was saying, I'm like, they did not listen to your music. And Armon should know because they didn't listen to his music either. Like them women, they love when he go live. He get about 4,500, 5,000 people in there. But when he go in there and play that music, they ain't studying that music. They don't like that music. One of his members came, about 12 of them was on my phone. He said, Wiley, every time that music come on, I fast forward. I can't stand that music. Stick to entertaining me. Stop trying to be a singer. You can't. You know what they were saying at verbatim. And then when I went to his streams, I said, well, maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm jealous. Maybe I'm a psycho. So I went over there to the numbers, less than 1,000 streams. He ain't making no money. Armon spent, I think he spent like $20,000 on the Pazio Check video and didn't even get $100,000 views. So I said, didn't even get $100,000 views. 100,000 views. He spent all that money. He thought, man, I'm going to be a superstar. I told Armon, I said, music is difficult to crack. And you too bougie. You don't want to go to other people's shows. You think you better than everybody, but you need us. You need to eat some humble pie and go on a press tour. You have to introduce, you need to be likable. You're not likable, Armon Wiggins. You're not. People think that you got all this money. You think you better than everybody. And the audience know that you're not that authentic. You think you're too great. So what they do, they ain't going to support that. They bring it in. They want you to fail because you act like you the stuff. So you got to kind of bring that down a little bit. He ain't want to listen to me. So he released the music anyhow, didn't do no shows about his music, and it flopped. It flopped. I said, you couldn't even come on my show and talk about your music. I'm the only one that went on that purchased your music, not Milagro. Milagro said, BF that. I am Spotify. I don't have to buy his music. F that. I said, I purchased your music. All of it. I purchased it. It's in my phone right now. I purchased it. I couldn't get no CD because he ain't had no CD. I couldn't buy no vinyl. He ain't sell no vinyl. It was like on iTunes. I purchased each record. I purchased it. But I think if he would have gave that to a female rapper, it would have sold. I think he would be a great ghostwriter. Same thing with Saucy Santana. They both are great writers. They're just not the good messenger for that music. They don't have the look. Armon Wiggins, he want to be a playboy with women. He like men. He do very nasty things with men. But you trying to cater to women, it's not authentic. Don't a woman look at you like, oh yeah, he really want this Yoni. They look at you like, he really want my husband. He really want my boyfriend. And so I think if they would write for other artists, Armon Wiggins will make a lot of money as a songwriter. The same where Saucy would make a lot of money as a songwriter. A woman can do who wanna A like this, who wanna A like this. Okay, woody, 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 woody. You know, walk them like if a female rapper, Sexy Red or others, would rap that same song, it would do better on the charts. It would do better with the city girls. But I just think Saucy understands that he just ain't making it as no artist. And Armon Wiggins is worse because he even made it nowhere as an artist. He didn't. I'm the only one that talk about his music. Don't nobody else. All of you that say they love Armon Wiggins. They want to sleep with Armon Wiggins, be with Armon Wiggins. They have wet dreams about Armon Wiggins. They don't talk about that man's music. We the only one to talk about it. So if I really was a hater, I wouldn't talk about that man's music. I talk about it because I'm a fan of what he does. These other clowns, they don't talk about his music. And didn't even buy it. I said, Milagro, why don't you tell your fans to buy his music? She said, no. You don't effing tell me to tell my fans to buy nothing. I am helping it by streaming. No, you're not, heifer. You streaming it for free and you ain't paying it. Just like you won't love Nicki because you were streaming Nicki Minaj's radio show, taking her listeners, and that's why she flopped, heifer. I was saying that to myself. I could be wrong, but I wasn't wrong. I was right. Here she is doing at radio. You got about 20,000 people on your station here with Nicki Minaj or with her at radio streaming on your station. That's why she flopped. Same thing when it comes to Armon Wiggins. He got music out. Nobody streamed it. His own family don't straight up turn it off, that crap. I stream and I love his music. I said, Armon, can I have your permission to perform your songs on my show? He said, no. I don't want you to sing my song on your show. Because I was going to do a singing competition in the B sector, and I was going to perform one of Armon Wiggins' songs. He said, no, I don't want you singing my song. But I'm the only one that's singing it. I said, oh, no. I said, can I do the competition? No, you're not going to win the money. Don't even do it. I really want to do the competition. I had the choreography together. I want to do the competition. He said, not going to do it, and I'm not winning the money. Now, mind you, it's only about 3 people that did the competition. You're making it seem like I said, okay. Let me know different. I said, screw you. That's why you flopped. And you have failed. You failed hard. Because you always talk about Wiley failed on YouTube. No, I haven't. But you failed as a music artist. I get a profit of what I do on YouTube. I get an income. A nice income, right? It could be better. Way better. But you ain't even getting no $1,000. This man bragged. Finally got a $1,000 check, and it took him years to get $1,000. Now, what if he had to live off that? He'll be homeless on the street, eating out of the trash can in West Hollywood. So you have failed as an artist. And he watching right now. I waited because he tried to wait till when I go live. So one of his moderators said, when you going live? I said, I'm going live at 7 o'clock. I said a time. Armon hurried up and went live at that time. I'm not going to go live when you go live. It'd be stupid. I'm going to wait till you get done going live so I can drag you. And I told him, I said he's gonna go live because he ain't making all that money doing them pre-recorded videos. He's getting destroyed in clicks and views. They don't want to see him in no 30 minutes. They want to see him go live. He stopped opening up the phone lines because my audience now, I challenge my audience. Whoever go on the Wiley show, say the Wiley name, say it strong. And if you stay on there longer than 2 minutes, you get $100. Because my audience was gonna flood the phone line. So now he stopped taking phone calls. He didn't want to hear my name because like people's like, why? Let me say Wiley name because the Barbs, different ones. They said, how about we go? And it wasn't me. I'm gonna be real. It wasn't me with this idea. They said we're gonna call Armon Wiggins' show, and we're gonna brag about Wiley. We're gonna bring say, hey, we watched the Wiley show. We're gonna see how jealous it is. Once he got word, he ain't opened up the phone lines. Do you really think he gonna allow y'all to call into that show and say my name? Nope. I'm like, well, I'm just not all business. I'm seeing this on Twitter. We're gonna call into his show and say Wiley name and watch how jealous he is of Wiley. He can't stand him, man. That man's so jealous of Wiley that gets under his skin. And I'm just mad about this. I'm just seeing him like whatever. So he go live. He said, I open up the phone lines. Cause they was gonna flood and say Wiley and the Wiley showed up. He ain't gonna allow that. Cause I tried to tell people, I said, cause y'all come over here and y'all say Armon Wiggins' name. Y'all know I don't get jealous about that. I don't get pissed about that, right? But I felt like y'all get half of my information. And then one of my supporters said, Wiley, why is Armon Wiggins doing story time with his topics? I said he gets that from the Wiley show. He watches my show. And I'm just glad he's getting some things from me because he make it seem like I get all my things from him. Ain't nothing about me original. But yet he want to do his story time before he do his topic. He get that from Wiley. Okay? Just like the preacher character. He got that from Wiley. It's okay. You can watch me, girl. Just like he trying to talk about Tasha K and Tasha K on Deja Vu or whatever. And then he reaching out to them on the network. And I reached out to the network. I said, don't have this man up on there unless he high and drunk. Because he try to get that sober and be all bougie. Don't do it. And I was telling the cast members, if y'all have him on there, book me on the show. One of the producers said, send me your information, Wiley. I sent them my information. I said, I'll be on the show because I'm going to snatch him up when he's trying to host. Because go right here. If you want to go to network, I'm going to go to network too. Anybody can go to network and send information. So I start emailing the information to the network. Yeah, I'll be over there too. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be right there on stage. And we going to wind up, we going to go at it. It's gonna be way better because I'm way bigger than you look scared. We gonna put on the show. So now he want to be on Now That's TV because he see Tasha K up on there. I thought you was above that because Zeus Network don't want to deal with that. They didn't accept him. And I said, Armon, they not going to accept you because you've been blackballed, mama. He didn't want to believe me. I said, Jason Lee blackballed him. He didn't want to believe it. Then finally said, I got the phone call. I was blackballed from Zeus. They blackballed him. And Jason did it. Because I got on the phone with Kyle. He said, yes, I told them they should book Armon Wiggins. And it went in one ear after the other. They didn't do it because Jason got in their ear and said, don't you book him. Oh, we ain't going to do business. I'm a blackball y'all in the industry. And so what happened? Armon didn't get to host the show. It was sad because I felt bad for Armon because I felt he was a good host for Bad Boys. I reached out to all the cast. I said, Bobby Lights. I said, I know you think that I'm hating on you, but I think Armon is the better host. Shut up. You don't know what you talk about. You got a flop show. I don't take advice to people that can't get 100,000 views on YouTube. I said, okay. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But then I go back because I'm like, okay. I said, how is it that Armon get all these clicks and views with the cast and they got more views than the show? So I was right. And then he blocked me. I was right. I didn't lie. I said Armon Wiggins would have been the best host with Bad Boys. You didn't want to believe me, Bobby. I said you need to team up with Armon. He's different. He's different. I get cussed out and I got blocked. Because already Bobby Lights told me on Twitter that I'm trying to be like Armon Wiggins. He cussed me out on there. That don't bother me. I take that as a compliment. That's my oldest brother. So me trying to be like my oldest brother, it's a compliment. That ain't nothing but my oldest brother. Him and my mama and his mama and sisters. That's my oldest brother. You know, that's what you want to say. But he did say that, and I said, you should bring Armon and let him host the show. Did I lie, audience? Press 1. If Armon Wiggins would have hosted Bad Boys, it would have been still on the air. Press 1 in the chat. And not just Bad Boy, just any gay stuff, they should have put Armon Wiggins on there. Y'all lying, but it's the truth. Press 1 if y'all, it would have been hot, but y'all don't want to believe me because I said it to him. And I told Mr. Plummer that, and Mr. Plummer reached out to me and we talked or whatever behind the scenes or whatever because he was upset. Not upset. He was like, man, you really going in on our on the auditions because we covered the auditions and we had some of the cast members on this show. And we did it before my competitors did it. And they started taking and told them they couldn't say the Wilder Show name. I said, I don't care. I'm going to jump on this story. My audience was right there. Mr. Plummer, whatever, he DM'd me or whatever. We communicated. I left it on. I said, listen, I felt as though it's a disservice that you all had those talented young brothers in the heat and did not pay them, did not give them water. I thought that was wrong. And half of them didn't even get to be on because y'all already had y'all cast. But we covered it on the Wiley Show. And I just started dealing with Zeus because, again, they didn't want to listen to my suggestion. I said, y'all need unknown people on that that's hungry to be famous. Not having people that's already, quote unquote, got a little fame. They're not going to do it right. Get unknown talent and you will have a show and make them household name. And they didn't want to do that. They followed that suggestion. That's what they thought, and it failed. Because a lot of them girls like, I don't want to go on stage. I don't want to fight. Milan Christopher didn't want to fight. Didn't want to do this. Didn't want to do that. You got to have hungry girls that want to be famous. Allow them on there and make them household name, and the show will last longer. Then when making the show last, if there's the reunion, there's reason why the show couldn't last. Y'all didn't want to do no reunion. Stupid. And then I told Chef D and all of these queens, I said, y'all want to charge for interviews and y'all messed up with Zeus? Y'all could have been on there longer. One of the homeless people on Bad Boys, the one that said Kurt Franklin's son, what's dude name? Kurt Franklin's son, but he's homeless in Dallas. Homeless, was in the shelter. When I picked up one of my friends in the shelter, he was standing in the shelter too, and I felt bad. I was like, ain't that the one for Bad Boys? He said, yeah, that's some Bad Boys. So we took him, we dropped him off at the gym. I said, why do you want to go to the gym this early? And I said, oh, because he got a shower at the gym. And not Carry On, I'm talking about the one, not Carry On Franklin. I'm talking about it's another dude on Bad Boy. I can't think of the dude's name. He's a very feminine guy. And he was homeless in Dallas. And I felt bad. And then he got in the car with me. And it was my other friend. Of course, he's homeless. And I said, well, how much do you get paid? Well, we got this X amount of dollars. It wasn't that much. Got a K, yeah. I said, well, do you get any residual checks from Zeus? He said, no, Wiley. No residual checks. And so I was telling him, I said, a lot of times they prey on y'all because y'all don't know business. Because if I sign up for that show, I need residual checks. Because I said, if you would have got a residual check and say, for instance, you making about $1,300 or $1,800 or $2,000 or whatever amount quarterly or whatever amount to break it up, you will have something to fall back on. It's sad that you are struggling. He said, yeah, man, it's sad. He said something to me. I will never forget it. I was driving him to the gym. And he said, Wiley, I'm hurt and embarrassed because I don't want to work at Whataburger. And they said, ain't that Gutter K from Bad Boys? And I turned around. I was at a stop at the red light. I turned around. I said, first of all, you got to survive. I don't care if the world know who you are. If you can't pay your bills, swallow that pride and you work at Whataburger. Work at Amazon. Because you being homeless is way worse than somebody coming in and you use that. Like, yeah, I'm at Whataburger, whatever, and you be the best flipping them burgers, putting it together, what you got to do to survive. Don't worry about because they say, is that Gutter K from the show, Why Is He Homeless? Don't give a F. You got to survive. And then he said he was sleeping with this guy, and that guy got arrested. And he slept with the prisoners in there and got himself almost deleted because he kept posting their pictures and stuff. So it's crazy. And I saw it and I said, I really don't want this. And I said, wow, I've had homeless people that was on Chase in Dallas. These people on Chase in Dallas, and it was one of the guys I let him stay with me, right? And he said, you know, Wiley, I'm I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm broke. And I said, oh, wow, ain't you on Chase now? He said, yeah, man, but they don't pay us. They don't pay us, no residuals. I said, and then I have my YouTube open. He said, you make this on YouTube? I said, yeah, I make this on YouTube. He said, wow. I said, yeah, they make money on YouTube too, but you don't get nothing. I said, the reason why y'all do these shows, y'all doing it for clout, for notoriety, and people know who you are. You good looking. Everybody know who you are. But that don't mean nothing when you ain't got no place to lay your head. I said, you're right. That don't mean nothing. Once you leave Marty's, once you leave the club, once you leave the strip, you got nowhere to go. So that don't mean nothing about that clout. If you can't pay no bills and got no place to lay your head. That don't mean nothing. I said, you need to bring this on the show that you homeless. And bring me on and I'm helping you. This is a great storyline. And this will help you get the clout. And then we do a show. Don't do the after show on their network. You do it on my show and we split the resources. Because I'm telling you the amount of money you're making. But you're listening to these queens. You can't go live with them because half of them is struggling. Ain't got no place, no nothing. They telling me, oh, you can't, Wiley, you can't be on this show, blah, 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 whatever. I never want to be on the show because I knew y'all don't pay those girls and they poor and broke. You don't pay them. Why would I do something for free? I know, I'll be stupid. And these people, I mean, they buy outfits, going in debt, getting fake Airbnb apartments to show that they got a place. I said, you did all that just to show you got it? Honey, you would get more respect showing the world that you ain't got it together. You trying to get it together. Like, I tried to be on the show. I get on the phone with Markel. You telling me that you let a woman that's a teacher to get my quote unquote my spot and use me for a storyline for your Instagram, I'm gonna drag all you heifers. I said, this will be great for me to do a show, but I want to be able to get something out of it. And I had a suggestion, but I said, y'all not ready. Oh, we don't know what you're going to do, Wiley. You unpredictable. I'm entertaining. And this will help bring this show to the next level. But y'all don't want to listen to Brother Wiley. And look what happened. It flopped. Flopped. They don't know nothing about it. And people, I kept saying, they're going to flop. I said, put me on the show. I said, if you put me on the show, I want executive producer rights. And I'm not doing my after show on y'all network. What? I said, no. I said, why would I do my after show on your network? I'm going to do it on the Wiley show. I got to eat. Why would I give you all? I'm going to do the after show over there. I got to be able to sell t-shirts, and I got to be able to rock my merchandise in every single episode. From the underwear to the socks to everything. And I'm going to show the world and say, I'm not rich. I work check to check. I'm 2 checks away from being homeless. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be sincere. And this is my storyline. I'm going to be me. I'm not coming in talking about, oh, I'm a celebrity gossip blogger. I got all these celebrities. They're my best friend and I'm homeless. That's stupid because it ain't real. Because half of the guests, and I said this to people in Chasing Atlanta, I'm not going to say any names, they kept saying, I'm a celebrity dog walker. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. And you homeless. Stop saying that because it's stupid. Stop connected to these celebrities that ain't giving you a dime to live. Stop it. You keep, I'm this celebrity dog walker. I'm this. And then we find out you homeless. You ain't got no place to stay. But yet you got on your bio all these celebrity work. You need to delete that because that's an insult. Because that means you have doing this stuff for free and half of them do it for free just to get the likeness. I say screw that. If I go and work with Brandy, I need an interview. I need something out of it. I'm okay, yeah, you Brandy, yeah, I love you or whatever, but I need something out of it. Just like you need something out of it. We can't afford to work for free. And a lot of these shows, they working for free. And it's another guy, he does a show, Bad Boy Show. It's the producer. He said, I got to stop doing these shows, Wiley. I said, why? I ain't making no money. I said, I know why you ain't making no money, because it's too violent. You should have put that all on the app, a paid app, have these girls paying $4.99 a month, and you make an income. Stop trying to put that much violence on YouTube, and you can't monetize it. All your videos is flagged 18 and up. So you're not making a coin. You got all these cameras, you got all this stuff, and you ain't making no money. If it ain't making a dollar, it don't make sense. You got to make a coin. And it's too violent to put on YouTube. Put it on a paid app, a paid wall, pay $4.99, $10.99, whatever amount you want to charge, and you build that up. And then you post clips on your YouTube. But you know, if you want to see this type of loud, violent content, you got to pay for it. Because YouTube is not going to monetize it. This is common sense would say that. Oh, yeah, I know that now. Well, you should have been knowing that. But y'all think I'm stupid. And then y'all playing these games, and a lot of these girls, look, just like my homegirl, Kendra, Lil Kendra, she broke, homeless. Did about 4 or 5 seasons of Chasing Atlanta. You should have money because you don't know how to monetize. Brother King, Armon Wiggins' friend. They wanted Armon Wiggins first on Chasing LA. Armon Wiggins said, no, he ain't doing it for free. He said, well, King, you go ahead and do it. King did it. Moved everything to LA. One thing, LA is expensive. How you gonna survive? He get all these roommates. 2 of the roommates went to jail for committing crimes. He got hold with the bag. He was homeless. On the verge of homelessness. Because the check from Chester, LA was non-existent. And he kept banking on, well, I'm on this program. They automatically gonna buy my hair products. No. That's a gamble you making because you can't depend on that. That's an add-on, but you can't depend on that them women viewers are going to buy them hair products. You going to suffer. And he started suffering hard. And you know that you got to bring Armon Wiggins on this show. That's your only storyline. You need to bridge that up. And Armon Wiggins abandoned Brother King because he didn't hardly do no episodes, do no reviews, no nothing. He left that man to the wolves and he suffered. His roommates getting arrested, suffering. And he tried to bring about 6 or 7 people to split that ring. You suffering. But yet, you can say, I made it on this show before Wiley. I don't give a darn. You suffering. That ain't no brag. You doing that. You act like you making money. Bruh, you going through financially. And you trying to brag that you made it on this show. But yet your friend has abandoned you, didn't even hardly do no reviews. He didn't talk about the show. He didn't care nothing about the show. Didn't care nothing about you being on there. And then when he showed up, he act like he was so above class. And you got all that brag right. And you said that yourself. And the producer of the show himself is suffering financially. That's why they can't hardly put out a new episode of Chase LA. That costs money. Cameramans wasn't getting paid. Editors wasn't getting paid. Invoices wasn't getting paid. That's expensive. But see, I know about that behind the scenes. Is you surviving? No, you suffering. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm suffering. I let the world know I'm going through just like y'all. I'm a regular person. It's some better months than other months. I remember one time I broke down. I was in tears, but we let the YouTube check. The check went down, and I got up on there. I told my moderator, I told my producer friend, and I'm still invested in this. I said, "Can you do a thumbnail?" And I was so sad. He said, "Well, send me some pictures." I was so sad. I was a little puppy. I was broke. I was sad, hurt, and then we had to make some changes to get back the regular amount that I was getting, and then a little bit something more. But can you imagine? I'm just doing this for free. And just keep doing it for like, no, absolutely not. And that's what gets me with these shows. So I just had to bring that up. But when it comes to these two, they both suffering. Saucy got something to deal with. He can do music. Saucy can do better as a personality. He said he don't want to do it. You're stupid. Saucy was offered a show with Carisha. It was Saucy and Carisha doing a podcast. Saucy refused. He's done. He should do it. You're more needed now, Saucy Santana, to help Carisha than ever. Carisha needs you now. And you need to do a show. You need to be a personality. You would make more money trying to do music. Armon Wiggins thought that he was going to bandit social media to be a R&B singer, rapper, or whatever. That flopped. Most artists is not making money off their music. They're suffering. Most of these artists got to work regular jobs, rob Paul to pay Peter, getting all these loans and debt. They don't have it. Okay? Now, when it comes to like these particular shows and music and different stuff, it's expensive. Now, me, when we doing a record or whatever, I want to do a record because I want to do something for fun. I said, why not do a record? And it's going to do better than Armon Wiggins song. It's going to do better than his music. And that's why he's mad. I just want one song. It's gonna do better than Armon Wiggins record. I can tell you that right now. It's gonna do way better than this record. He's gonna be pressed. It's gonna be way better than this song. And I say, hey, why not go live and talk about it? Now we're gonna open up the phone lines and let y'all call in, but I just had to talk about that while we're here. Okay, we're gonna have these conversations. Now, Miss Barb is in the building. I see Miss Barb in the building. And Miss Barb, we see her in the building. She kept calling me, texting me, and everything like that. I hope that I'm her king now, because Miss Barb kept texting me saying she want to come on the show, and she sent me her number, and she said I want to come on the show, and Miss Barb kept doing that. Okay, so hopefully Miss Barb hit the link, but Miss Barbara kept coming up on this show. We could have made her household name and stuff like that. But Miss Barbara, she kept texting me and begging me to come on the show, begging me. And I said, Miss Barbara, you can come on the show if you want to come on the show and show us some love. Okay. Miss Barbara, can you hear me? Hold on, Miss Barbara. Here you go. Go ahead, sister.
Yes, I do, Wally. And I
hold on, you got me on mute. I can't hear you. You got me on mute.
No, I'm not on mute.
I can't. Can y'all hear her?
No, you took me off or something.
I don't know. I can hear you now. I'm sorry. I have my own stuff on mute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
First of all, I want to say I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
So as I'm your king?
No, because I feel that being that me and you grew up in the church, I want us to explain our experiences that we had in the church. That's what I wanted to do. And I'm glad your subject was on Larry Reid. But before I start anything, let me say this. I do appreciate the beautiful show that Jason Lee gave. But one thing we not going to do is not stand black and proud. Armon Wiggins subscribers, I want to lead them to write the Zeus channel and Fashion Nova corporate office better tell the Zeus channel they better not play with Armon Wiggins, or we not going to do anything for them without Armon Wiggins. All of his subscribers better demand that he's on the Zeus network. I dare Jason Lee try to throw his power away and try. No, black people, y'all black men are too strong. Y'all going to have to start standing united. You understand me?
But Miss Barbara, when you went to these other shows, You don't show me love on these other shows.
I
You can't even
always
say,
speak your
you can't
name.
hold on, Miss Barbara. You can't even say my name on these other shows. They get mad at you though.
That,
So if
listen,
you want us to stand up, can you show me love on these other shows?
they don't show me love, okay? They don't show me love, okay?
Who don't show you love? We showed you love. We
Yes.
gave your name, Queen
Yes,
Barbara.
yes,
We brought
yes,
you on camera.
yes,
We let
yes.
you talk. We didn't overtalk
Appreciate it.
you.
Appreciate it, Wally. I want to start my own cooking show. Go to my page. I did my whole
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
now, Miss Barbara,
I did my
we
whole
don't want to see you
Thanksgiving
cooking. We
on
want to
my
see you
new
dragging
page.
people.
No, you
and
need
tell
to
us when
see
you
me
used
cook.
to be a crackhead.
People
We
do
don't
not-
want to see
I
you
never was.
cooking.
I'm like Whitney Houston. That same. It's like Diane Sawyer interviewing Whitney Houston. Baby, crack was too cheap. I didn't do crack. It
You
cost.
did do crack. You told
I
me you
did
was a
cocaine.
crackhead.
Cocaine. I made my own cocaine. I ain't do that cheap shit. I sold it to you.
So you said
Yeah.
you wasn't on crack,
I
ma'am.
had my own packages. I did my own drugs.
So you never did crack.
I definitely did, but I cracked it up my damn self.
Okay, so don't just get up on here talking about you wasn't no crackhead.
No, listen to me. Everybody testimony is not being soaking wet. I thank God that I survived. I thank God. I believe that I was just walking through the shadow of valley of death so I could tell the
My
story.
thing is this, Queen Barbara, when you go to these other shows to CTV, you don't say my name, and I feel like you treat me like a dirty diss track, a dirty little secret. You don't go over there. I don't know why you don't say my name.
CTV is in disagreements right now.
Why?
Because he backs up Larry Reid. That's why.
So you're not on Team Larry Reid no more?
I never was. We did a whole video, and I read you, and I told you about how I felt about Larry Reid, and you know I read you your rights.
Okay, so you against what Larry Reid did to Levante, correct?
Exactly.
And so right now you're not welcome over there with CTV and them, correct?
Exactly.
So you're welcome over at the Wiley Show right now.
Hopefully, if not,
you are welcome over. I never disowned you. You have always disowned me. I've always showed you love. I would leave the stage.
I did not disown you. I disagree with you. I always stayed in your show. I never left the show. And I never left their show. Even when me and King Payne was mad at each other, I never left his show. I was in the butchers, scared he was going to dust me away. I love King Payne. I love CTV. I love you. Hey, I can love people from a distance, but I want the great Sean Davy Way to help Armon Wiggins.
But Miss Barbara,
they turned Miss Barbara. What?
They turned against you.
Ain't nobody turned against me.
They didn't turn against you?
No, listen, that they in their own mindset. I'm in mine.
But no, Miss Barbara, let's say, hold on. When you came over here telling me about a dating show for King, when Armon Wiggins' best friend King said something about a dating show, you came out, he got mad at you about that.
Yeah, he dusted me away too.
So he dusted you away because you came over here at the Wiley Show.
No, he dusted me away because he felt I was trying to steal his show.
But you came over here, you said on this show, and they felt some type of way, Miss Barbara.
No, because I opened up my mouth and I mentioned his show, which was his show, and he thought I was trying to steal it.
Well, you tried to steal my show.
No, mine's is 2 queens and a king.
But you never did your show. Our show is still thriving. It's still going on.
Listen, you got it going on.
But I wanted to help you, but you tried to be friends with them and me, and it couldn't work because they couldn't stand me.
I want to be on the winning team. And official King Payne is on the winning team. Wally Show is on the winning team. CTV is on his own team. I don't believe backing up Larry Reid, he would be on the winning team. I don't believe that. But anyway, I think
Do you think Larry Reid should go to prison? Do you think Larry Reid should go to prison? Miss Barbara, you there?
I'm thinking because once you pass a consensual age,
I'm just asking you, think she should go to prison? That's a yes or no answer.
I don't feel that he went under the age limit. I clear to God, I don't feel he went that bad.
What if he did go on the age limit? Do you think he should go to prison?
Anybody that do that should go.
Do you think CTV should be silent talking about Larry Reed?
Yes, because he's looking pathetic. It's looking pathetic. In fact, listen, let me tell you a story. You got to go to my page, Wally, because I want you to see a segment I got. I got the munchies. And I speak of CTV. And I say this. I said, we used to admire P. Diddy. We used to admire Mickey. And baby, if we knew what was going behind them doors, we would have not want to endure the abomination. I don't care about CTV getting put up in a great hotel. Larry put him up in a great hotel for Thanksgiving. He talking about they're mad. They're mad. Baby, I could never be mad. I could never have anybody that I think that have rumors about them affiliating themselves with people of 16 and older around my kings and queens and my family. I wouldn't want a person like that around my family. So ain't enough money in the world. I'd rather be poor. I'll be like Tiny Tim. I'll be like the Waltons. I'll be like Good Time before I sell anybody behind.
You guys, this is Miss Barbara here, and she is a former person.
No, I'm not. I'm just a participant, just like you.
You are a participant and everything like that. But Miss Barbara, we were the first one that brought Miss Barbara on camera. She came up looking beautiful, and her people were angry because we wanted to put her on Two Man and a Lady.
That's not true. That's not true.
You said what? You didn't say that you were auditioning to be on Two Man and a Lady. You did say that, Miss Barbara.
No, I did not. In the name of God, don't lie.
You didn't say you wanted to audition to be on Two Man and a Lady, Miss Barbara.
I did. Yes, I did. And CTV was helping me.
Okay, so she came up on camera saying she was auditioning, and people said, "Oh my gosh, Wally, she is so beautiful," and you did not look like a crackhead. You look like,
and you don't look like a damn nutcase.
No, you didn't. And so I said, "Oh my gosh, she don't look like a crackhead at all. She's so beautiful."
Oh my God.
You were so beautiful.
Well, at times Whitney Houston did look like she was cracked out. I didn't.
I'm just talking about you. I'm talking about Whitney Houston. I'm talking about you. And so we brought you on the show.
Tell you in my life, my story is almost glorifying the bullshit. You understand? I was on top of the tables like Scarface, nigga. So we was bringing respect to my game, baby. I wasn't a fucking crackhead.
I understand that, Miss Barbara.
I could put my nose in it.
But we brought Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara, 1 second, ma'am. We brought her on the show, and I would leave the stage, and she would come on beautiful. And
let's talk about
due to her relationship.
Let's talk about the future.
Due to her relationship with CTV and others, I felt to protect her.
There was no relationship. CTV never considered having a relationship with me. He considered himself not even knowing me.
Okay. And so I said, hey, I think she would be a good look for Two Man and a Lady. She's a seasoned woman. She lived about 6 lives. She cooked chicken for Reverend Al Sharpton.
No, that'll be 99.
She cooked chicken for Reverend Al Sharpton and them.
No, I did not. I cooked chicken for Damon Dash when he was at Rockefeller. He had his company. And yes, I worked under Chef Jan. Yes, I did.
So
when you go to my page and you see how I'm
you didn't cook no chicken for Reverend Al Sharpton and the National Action.
Politically, the church I'm involved with in Harlem, we've done a lot of cooking. So I've cooked for a lot of people.
So you didn't cook for Reverend Al Sharpton. You didn't.
No, definitely not him. I don't.
Okay, so you didn't cook nothing for his organization. You didn't see Reverend, because at first she said she cooked for Reverend Al Sharpton. Okay.
No, anyway. I did not, man. What are you talking about?
So you cooked.
I ain't no mystery to me, man. I'm gonna start yoking you up like he did his son.
Okay, so you cooked for Damon Dash and everything. You cooked chicken and ribs
under Chef Jan, under the supervision of Chef Jan.
Under Chef Jan, and this is after you did crack.
No, that was along while I was doing everything. I ain't never stopped.
So you was currently doing crack.
I was doing drugs at the age of 14 years old. I was doing, it was called freebasing. It was called freebasing. I with Richard Pryor, burnt up. I did more drugs than Richard Pryor, Whitney Houston, and Bobby Brown put together. Okay? Now, we can move on. You got the story. We can move on about never was soaking wet and never always looked beautiful and like an angel. Okay? A real nightmare.
So, okay. So this is Miss Barbara, and she had to say that she did not, she was not this particular person. She did these drugs, and she did more than Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, and Richard
Pryor put together.
Put together, and stuff like that. And so we was going to have her on the show, but due to her commitment and loyalty to CTV and everybody else, we felt that we did not see that it was appropriate to have her on the show when her loyalty during that time, and she was in a relationship with CTV. We felt like
he don't know me. He don't even know me. Remember, CTV don't even know who I am. So please stop mentioning that man's name.
So she was in a relationship with CTV, and so again, they was on the phone with each other, and he pretty much told her not to come on the Wild.
No, he did not. And I
was on the phone together.
No.
King and them, they told her not to
come
on
Wally?
the
You got
show.
good content. Why you got to throw lies in it? Why you got to act like Tasha?
So he pretty much said that that she could not go on the Wiley show. And that's what happened. So now she's back on the Wiley show because again, we never dropped her. She decided to leave, and we honored her request. We honored that request. We allowed her to go over there, and we said, hey, we're going to pull it back. We're not going to be in her face. And she was in a relationship with CTV and others. And I did not want that relationship to get destroyed. So I honored that relationship. And so she was in a relationship with those men, and they dropped her, threw her to the side, threw her in the wastebasket. And we picked her up and said, my child, you are welcome to come back over to the Wiley show, because they dumped her, threw her in the alley. And we picked her up and said, you are welcome over at the Wiley show.
I'm glad you're a good Christian.
Because I did it because I said this is something
and important. That's exactly how a Christian will help you. Stop talking about it if you're going to do something for some damn body.
So I picked her up. She was in the gutter. And I said, hey.
Do you get along with AT2? Because that's my man too. I love AT2.
And so she came on the show with everybody. And I said, hey, we're going to bring Miss Barbara on. We're going to get her out the gutter. We're going to clean her up. And we brought her back.
Clean her up. Hey, see, you know what? Hey, Wally, watch your mouth.
I'm glad you came back.
And I'm glad to be here, Wally. And I like your content. And I
like it too, but because she say names of people. What do you think about this person, that person? I don't have an issue with none of those people. They all have issues with me because I didn't pick that.
Listen, I don't want to talk about no damn crabs in the barrel. All of y'all need to unite and get on the Zeus channel. First of all,
again, you keep talking about unite.
Unite. Yes. What's wrong with uniting? Why you can't politic and
ma'am, you're talking about something that do not exist. So get out your mindset of
why not? Why doesn't it exist? Why doesn't it exist?
It cannot exist, ma'am. Why don't you go back over there with CTV and unite with that wig? And he didn't. And I think she was upset because Larry Reid didn't fly Miss Barbara down because she thought she was going to get on a flight to go to the concert to see Kirk Franklin and Ty Tripp and the Clark sisters. And she was upset that he decided to bring a man with a wig and not Miss Barbara. And Miss Barbara was upset about that because she called me. She called me and she was upset that Larry Reid didn't fly her out.
I'm not going to cyberbully nobody.
See the Clark sisters and Kirk Franklin.
That's going to discredit what you're trying to do. That cyberbullying foolishness is going to discredit.
Man, how the bullying? Were you upset that they didn't fly you down to see the Clark sisters?
No, I'm glad that man went to a beautiful show and got first class, baby. Larry showed them first class up in the sky.
I heard that. But Miss Barbara, I want to say for you coming on this show have brought me so much joy because you went to the best store to get the best wigs, the best makeup. And for that, I thank you. Because you didn't have to do that. You had the best wig, the best makeup.
Okay, let me explain this. Let me explain this.
I didn't have enough
money to get the best wigs. I did have the cheapest wigs because I didn't have the money, but I did purchase some wigs for you.
Hey, hold on, Miss Barbara. Hello, caller. Welcome to the air. Hello, caller.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just had one comment to say, and that was Miss Barbara is crazy. And here's why Miss Barbara is crazy. Because how's she gonna come on somebody else's platform telling us to boycott Zeus and other network for Armon to be able to host and prosper when he don't even return the love back to his fellow competitors? Look how he do you.
Because we Christians, we got to show our holy
and tell your audience what we need to do. No, she needs to come correct. What she should be doing is telling your followers to go to these networks and boycott for you to host the show, because I feel like you would be a better host. So that's all I had to say. I was just really taken back by that, because I'm like, how the heck she gonna come on somebody else's platform advocating for somebody else? Go to his show and advocate for him. Like, why you felt comfortable enough, or why you felt like that was the right approach to come on somebody else's show saying that we need to boycott for Armon, when he's literally when Armon is literally always dragging Wiley. He always talking bad about Wiley. He blocking other people who follow Wiley. Like, if people support Wiley, he blocking them. He talking trash. So it's like, girl, are you still on that stuff? Are you still on that book of sugar? Because that was just crazy to me.
That's the whole point about it. And again, I have grace for Miss Barbara because she is a former crackhead. So
Molly, don't go there. Don't do that.
I said you are a former crackhead. You are a recovering addict.
I'm gonna let both of y'all talk, but let me answer when I finish. Okay, I'm gonna let both of y'all talk.
Kind of remind me of Jaguar. Jaguar White a little bit.
Go ahead, ma'am. Hold on, Miss Barbara. Go ahead, ma'am.
She kind of remind me of Jaguar Wright a little bit, like a little crazy. Just be running her mouth just to be running her mouth. But I just thought that was just real crazy of her to come on your platform and let your hundreds and thousands of owners and fans to go boycott something like that. That was just crazy to me. But that's all I had to say. I just wanted to just put that out there. Like, that was really offensive that she came on this platform telling us to boycott Zeus for Armon, when Armon personality is very ugly.
Yes,
it's very ugly.
And almost forgot.
One second, Miss Barbara, because she won't be able to hear you, Miss Barbara.
And I'm glad. I'm glad you caught that or clocked that tea, because I'm not gonna lie, I probably watched like 15 minutes of his show, and then I turned it off once I seen that you were on live. But I was like, when he started doing story time in the beginning of his segment, that boy don't be doing no story time. He do not be doing no story time. So I was like, when he started doing story times, like, he don't do story times before he go into his segment. So I see that he's been watching. So it's like, okay. And third thing, and then I'm gonna get off and go eat me some food and finish listening to you. Third thing is, I'm not going back and forth with Miss Barbara. I respect her because I can tell that she's an older person, so I'm not going to disrespect her. I just said that was very offensive of you to come on somebody else's platform and tell us to boycott for somebody that's not returning the same love. Like, he don't support Wiley. He blocking folks. And you cannot go on his platform and say Wiley's name without getting blocked.
Yeah, because when people say the name, they definitely get blocked. And she get blocked when she say my name and they don't receive her over there. And they kicked her. They laid her to the side. They dumped her. It reminded me of that movie Losing Isaiah, when the baby was crying in the crack house. And they said, get that baby out of there. Because you were doing crack, it messes up your high when a baby is crying. So what did she do? Ain't no Jane,
Right.
dumped that baby in the dumpster and proceeded to go back to the crack house and of that type of way. So I understand, I get it, because she's still recovering from the crack.
Okay, Wally, when are you gonna let me answer? When are you gonna let me answer? Now I'll let you get the jokes, darling.
I ain't never met nobody that stopped doing booger sugar.
You said you was leaving
they still do it. Go back and forth. I don't know, but so now I'm ready to talk. Was really offensive I want to shut Wally up, not you, darling. I have to shut Wally up. But that was all I had to say.
Thank
you, Wiley. You have a good night.
All right, Wally, check this out. Bye. Wally, you are not being a Christian, Wally. You are not. Stand rebuke, Wally. Let me tell you why, Wally. Let me tell you why. United we stand, divided we fall. When you was in that nut house and called Armon Wiggins, he answered that phone. Let's not talk about money. Let's talk about the Holy Spirit. Let's talk about the Holy Spirit. Let's talk about the love he gave you in that nut house. Okay, so therefore you're gonna help him. Like right now, your brother, fellow man, is in need. I am above all the haters. I fly all above all the haters, like Candy Burris say. I fly above all your haters, and all y'all men need to unite as black men. And it don't make no sense. You politically for neighborhoods, politic for this YouTube, for y'all to stop being crabs in the barrel. It don't make no kind of sense. And all of y'all need to be, my point is, all of y'all need to be on the Zeus network. And you already know better than that, Wally.
So I don't understand. You're telling us to rally behind for somebody that have not rallied behind me.
The Holy Spirit, God rallies behind you. God takes care of you. You got to take care of your fellow man. You worry about taking care of him. All right? And stop all that nonsense and all that pettiness. Stop all that pettiness. That's not business.
Can you call into the Armon Wiggins show and let them know about me?
I hope so, because I want to call in and say, I'm going to boycott the Zeus channel if they don't put you on. Because Puerto Rico,
they don't put me on. Did you boycott for me? Because they didn't put me on the Zeus network.
I want to see the Wally on there too.
You ain't put me on there, Miss Barbara.
I want to see CTV on there too. I want to see Wally on there.
Do you have a subscription with Zeus? On there. Do you have a subscription with Zeus?
I got two. We got two.
You got two subscriptions with Zeus? Yes. That's you and your daughter?
Yes, my whole family. Everybody got that Zeus. Man, my whole family.
Oh, your whole family got Zeus?
Yes. And go to my channel, my new channel.
So wait a minute, Miss Barbara. So you're saying that you're going to boycott Zeus for me?
Everybody, YouTube, because I
really.
Yes, and Wally, y'all need to start it. You and Sean Davy Way need to be on.
I'm just asking you. You really going to do that for me, Miss Barbara?
No, let me tell you something.
No, Miss Barbara, are you going to boycott for me?
Let me explain.
Can you explain what are you going to do? Are we going to get
I want to boycott if Zeus do not want
Wiley on there. Are you going to put it on your T-shirt?
You know what? You got jokes, so go ahead.
I just don't have no joke. Because if you said you're going to protest on my behalf, do you want the people to get T-shirts?
You know what? You take a granted that you could take the bus and go eat in a restaurant. I was born in the 60s, so you got to stand down. See, I thought we was on the same level. I forgot. You're a little pea-head, and you're not thinking straight.
You grew up in the civil rights era.
You almost said little bus, little table. You almost made me as ignorant as you. I almost said little bus, little table. Now stop it, Wally. For I'll be sitting
I understand. I get it, Miss Barbara. But Miss Barbara, out of all the stuff that you say, I think that you're living in La La Land because you keep saying about a protest and you have not done the protest yet. So when are you going to protest and boycott?
I want to activate. This is what I just found out, that he was banned from you just a couple of seconds ago.
But you knew I wasn't on that. You didn't care nothing about me at all. You treat me like a
I didn't know that you applied for none. You always doing reality shows. You such a producer. You do so much. I never knew you applied for. I would have been rallying.
I did. You didn't know because Miss Barbara, you kept going over with CTV because you were dating CTV.
Dating CTV. I love that young man. He's a minister. Leave him alone.
You said you was in a relationship with him. That's your husband. That was your king. You told me that.
Now you getting stupid about all of that
You
nonsense.
said you was in a relationship with your king.
The blood of Jesus. You know what? The blood of Jesus. I rebuke you, Wally.
You didn't say you was in a relationship with him. That was your king. You're in a relationship with him.
Wally, since I see you not serious, have a nice night.
I am serious. You said you was in a relationship with him.
Go to my page. You can see me how I cook my food, clean my turkeys, make my sweet potato pies.
What did you cooking?
And make potato salad. Fried Dominican spare ribs. Yeah, go see my whole Thanksgiving is on there. Everything.
Okay, y'all make sure y'all go on over there and y'all get her turkey and her ham. Anybody else on the call? Yeah, listen, I was not planning on going live for 2 hours. Anybody get in? Like, I'm just telling y'all. Anybody, 97274. I think Miss Barbara's older lady on the front row of the Polo show that used to fill up all the bell singers. Her Jaggy down conversation with which one is crazy. Like, for real. I was minding my own business. And I was minding my own business and everything. They said every time you give Miss Barbara a chance, she blows it. Every time I give her a chance, just Miss Barbara, child. Who is that? Every time I give her a chance, she always got to show her tail. Every time I give her a chance, she always show her tail. That's exactly what she do. Okay? But we love y'all. This has been an amazing show. And it's one more topic I want to talk about. Hey, get away from my door. Get away from my door. Quiet on the set. Because if I come out there, it's going to be some trouble. Trouble. If I come out there, it's going to be some trouble. Okay? Now I'm talking to a lot of people across the world. I'm making all that noise. Act like y'all got some sense. I don't understand that. They get right by that door, they make that door, they try to provoke me. Okay? Now if I have to stand on up out this recliner, you ain't gonna like it. It will be silence. Because it's 9:11. Go to bed. Bedtime. I gotta do my show. So before I was rudely interrupted, I want to say Keke Palmer did a good job performing. That song had me in tears. That's all I'm gonna say. Had me in tears. I'm gonna go because they disrupted me, you guys. It's quiet on the set. They ain't gonna be quiet at all. But I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all an amazing team of people. This have been amazing. This was a nice show. Was it a nice show, y'all? Thank you all. Some of y'all have donated yesterday. Thank you all so very much. I'm gonna go on the Cash App and check it today and send my love to y'all. If y'all want to Cash App us, $ Marquise Wally 28, Zelle, WallyShow@gmail.com. We will probably go live tomorrow, probably a little later tomorrow, because they did pick me. I did pick up a shift tomorrow, and I said, hey, let me go in and pick up a shift. You guys, please be careful when y'all work. Please wash your hands. Please wear masks. Stuff is going on now. We got 2 seasons that we dealing with, the C and we dealing with the F. So make sure y'all go out there and y'all wash your hands, you wear your mask and everything like that. But everything. So I'm going to do my after show on Station Head. Baby Keke Palmer, she had me crying. And y'all tried it. I saw y'all comments. Y'all said that she sounded like a Disney. Said that woman, she was singing, and I cried. Woo. She did that. And she cried. what that woman went through. Getting hit and getting stuck to the washer and the dryer. And to see that lady walk and standing, singing, she did that. She did that. So it was beautiful in a beautiful backyard, and y'all, I'm getting kind of emotional, y'all. I wasn't planning on get kind of emotional. But she did that. And wow, I wasn't planning on crying. Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. Because she just went through so much. She went through so much. And she did a great song. And it was a great emotional record. Shoot. Wasn't planning on crying. And so that's what it was. And it really brought joy to my soul. It brought joy to my soul. And it's something. And yeah, I wasn't planning on getting emotional. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I said, hey, I just got emotional. Thank you. Y'all have said it. Y'all said, Wiley, we love you. I love y'all. That performance, it was so good. It was so good. Thank you. That performance was so good. And thank you. It brought joy to my heart. I wasn't planning on getting emotional, but it was so good. Thank you all so very much. I'm going to go because I'm getting emotional. It was an amazing thing, you guys. Amazing thing. So I'm going to watch that. And I know people are saying, you know, why are you getting emotional? I mean, I'm getting emotional because Keke Palmer, when you know when a person is going through getting knocked down and still get up. And they roll around on the couch and still get up. Being secretly recorded to be humiliated. And still she got up. And so, and so that's what I'm talking about. Still she got up. I listen to the woman voice, and women have been going through a lot. Went through a lot of trials and tribulations, swollen eyes, busted lip. And to see the woman, Sister Keke, put it in a song. She did that. A great song takes you on a journey. And it took me on that journey. And it hit me right here in the chest. And even though I know some people in the chat and laughing, but I didn't laugh, I cried because it touched me. And to sing this on the Soul Train Awards brought joy to me. And when you sing, you let everybody know that he didn't take her voice. He didn't take her voice. And Kiki, you keep on singing. You keep on standing. You keep on believing. Thank you. On that note, I want to thank you all for your amazing support. And thank you all so very much. If you love me, show your love. Don't just say it in words. Say it in amount as well. Is this the pre-screening of the cover? Why every time I be serious? This don't make no sense. Every time I be serious, y'all got to make a joke. Every time I'm pouring out my heart, you gotta make a joke. Every time. Every time I'm being in my feelings, I'm getting emotional. You make a joke out of it. You laugh. And Kiki, you laugh. But that's what they doing. They laugh. But I love you. And I feel that if anybody ever feel my love, we will never stop loving each other. We got some more videos that we're going to do on tomorrow. We want to thank you all for your amazing support and showing us love. But this has been an amazing show. If you have been entertained, make sure you reach down to your pocketbook because we got more shows that we're going to do. We have done so many episodes, child, and I just want to chill, have fun. Y'all, I have received so many phone calls, so many messages. Somebody said, they said, he off the catfish. Child, please. You tried that. But we have done so many shows. Can y'all like the video? So many shows. Y'all are watching. We get like 300-400 views, like live chat viewers. Like, thank you all so very much. And we making sure, because I think y'all love when we do these 2 hours and 33-minute videos. Thank you all so very much. While them kids going to us in the room with all them. They're going to. Because they still playing at the door right now. But it's amazing. I'm asking you all to pray for my mom. She have her surgery December 1st, and you all can pray for her. And just pray for her. I will be here. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. My lease is up. My 2-month notice is up in April. So I have to put my 2-month notice in April. So I'll be doing it in April, but just pray for my mom. And I thank God that I'm able to do a show and take the show on the road. And I live here. And the reason why we had to come here and do the show here and didn't get a place, like my own place, is because we already had a place in Dallas. So I felt that it does not make any economical sense to get another situation, and I'm already have not complete my first situation. So my mom allowed me to come here, right, and still do the show. And I was helping with my grandmother. Now she's in physical therapy, and my mother is now she have to get surgery. So it's a lot, but nevertheless, and I still yet have to work and do work because I still have bills to pay, right? I still have to take care of stuff, light, gas, and bills. And now that my mother will be down for, I have to help with her load a little bit. So I'm gonna help her because it's the right thing to do. And so I had to chip in and stuff. So it's almost taking care of like 2 households almost. So and that's my mother. And you know, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So I thank God that I have a job that I can go to, and I have this, and it's a job that I can go to. And yes, I'm gonna go over station here. We're gonna talk and shout out to her people, like you know, the siblings and stuff, and just pray because it's a lot. It is a lot. Mother Nishi need. I told Mama, you need to serve. You can't worry about nothing else. You need this because if you don't get this, then you can't worry about everything else because you got to first get your health in order, right? And we're gonna help you out. So we're gonna make sure we help her out as much as we can. And y'all, we still do. We haven't missed a beat because I love what I do, and I love y'all. And I love my mama and I love my family. And we got to put on some more videos tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go live tomorrow because we got some more stuff to talk about. But we thank you all so very much. Now let me do my closing remarks. Little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Always remember to put him first. And I want to thank my supporters for coming through. Y'all have came through today and y'all watched my episodes. And I personally want to say y'all, thank you all. And we will see y'all on Station Head. See y'all on Station Head. And I'm about to go pay some bills because, child, you got to pay your insurance. And we thank you all so very much. And I will see y'all in the next episode. It's going to be fun. Now, if I forgot a subject, DM me a subject. I didn't forget about other stuff. I was gonna wait till the next episode. Does this ending make sense since you dragged like the whole episode? All right, we going over the station here. All right, y'all have a go. We didn't drag. Listen, we entertain people, but we thank you all so very much, and we will see y'all in the next episode. This was fun. Leave a comment. This was so much fun. Y'all have came through. We want to thank Queen Barbara for coming on. Barbara for coming on. We want to thank that viewer all the way have called in. Love you all so very much that called in. If y'all want me to go live tomorrow, press 1 in the chat. If y'all want me to go live tomorrow, I need y'all to press 1 in the chat. If y'all want me to go live tomorrow, press 1 in the chat. If you want me to go live tomorrow, press 1 in the chat. If you want me to go live tomorrow. Let me see. If you want me to go live tomorrow, press 1 in the chat. All right. If you want me to go live tomorrow, press 1 in the chat. All right. If you want me to go live tomorrow, press 1 in the chat. ASAP so late. Oh, wait. I think we got somebody. Hold on, y'all. Don't leave. Wait a minute. We got some tea. And don't forget, me and Couture will be in Vegas the last weekend in April. That is going to be April. Let me put it out here. Give me a second. April, hold on. That's April 26, 27, 28. We'll be in Vegas, April 26, 27, 28. And the hotel I will be at, and I know the Vegas people are going to be at, is going to be at the Palace Station Hotel. Okay? We'll be in Vegas together. And you all will be able to meet me, and you will be able to meet Couture Bay, and you will be able to meet Katie Talk one-on-one, because she's in Vegas as well. And y'all met Couture Bay on YouTube, and we'll be able to see each other in person, as well as you will be able to see Katie Talk one-on-one and some people that live in Vegas. So if you want to book your rooms, go and book your room at the Palace Station. That's like 5 minutes off the strip, because the people that live in Vegas or the people that's going to drive up from LA, you can park there for free. And because it's the casino, this free park, because people gamble and stuff. And so yeah, and so we'll be doing, and there's restaurants and bars and stuff there. And we'll let y'all know whatever we're gonna do, whatever concert, whatever stuff there's there, any comedy shows, stuff there, whatever restaurants we should visit, let us know. It's gonna be fun, so I'm really looking forward to it. And that's the last weekend in April. If you got any questions, you can DM Couture Bay, you could DM me. Any questions. You got the hotel, so you can have that, because that'll clear up the confusion, and so you can book it and stuff like that. It's best to get this stuff early because it's cheaper to get it early, and then I like it with the hotel because you always can change it as well, and I always do that. So I'm just a free subscriber on YouTube. Okay, you just welcome, free subscriber, and you're welcome, free subscriber. It's gonna be fun. They said they're a free subscriber. What is a free subscriber? It's gonna be too much fun. They said it's gonna be. You said a free subscriber. Okay, it's gonna be so much fun, so entertaining, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all again. And some people I'm gonna see again as well, and it's gonna be fun. And the people that's in Vegas, y'all already know because y'all live there, so it'll be easier. Some of y'all know where we was at last year. They said they're not coming. Okay, they might not go, and it's fine because I know people don't have the money like that to go, and that's fine. But that's how you save, and everything like that. And it's a brand new year, 2024. Okay, 2024, brand new year. Brand new talent, brand new thing, like already. It's gonna be great. So we'll see y'all there. All right. Is there a cost to Stationhead? No, Stationhead is free. Stationhead is free. You can download Stationhead right now. It is free. Yeah, Stationhead is free. You do not have to pay for Stationhead. It is free. And shout out, my Megan Thee Stallion video got 5,000 views on Facebook. Y'all love it on Facebook, but it's free. Okay. All right. I will see y'all on station. Who is it? Hit me up. Have you mentioned talk about? I did. Okay. Thank you all, and I will see y'all on Stationhead. All right. Yeah, follow me on Facebook. Yes, please do. Yeah, follow me on Facebook. All right, y'all. We live on Stationhead right now. If this is your first time, let me see where y'all at. Come on, people. Come on over here to Stationhead, baby. Oh, look at the beautiful people over here on Stationhead, child. Look at the beautiful people over here on Stationhead. The beautiful people is over here. Ooh. The beautiful people is over here on Stationhead, child. The beautiful people over here on Stationhead. Come on through. If this is your first time over here, say, I'm here. This is your first time. If you're a returning person over here on Stationhead, say hello. Okay. They say Stationhead look different. Wow. Ah! All right. All right. Let me know if y'all hear. Really, I don't know. Stay Share. Yeah, Stay Share is free. Stay Share is free. All right. Stay Share is free. All right. Let me log out on here. But yeah, Stay Share is free.